He's from America.
Live and direct Gooners Therapy, Monday night settings. Big up everyone in the chat. Here we are, people, on the back of a smashing Wigan 4-0. Wolves game coming up. We've got a lot to get through tonight, man. Big up the panel. Dan is on the way. He will be on soon. But yeah, man, we've got a couple special guests in there as usual. We've got someone making their debut on the channel. Yeah. Big Arsenal fans from overseas, from the United States of America. He's done us the honor of giving us his time today. It's 1 p.m. where he is right now. The one, the only BBK Sports, man. What you say, my brother?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. You're far too kind. Appreciate you having me on, man. It's a pleasure to be on here. Big fan of you, big fan of the channel, big fan of the platform. I appreciate how you keep it real, Caller, how you say it. When credit's due, credit's given. When criticism is warranted, you give it. Big up to you. Big up to James. Finally, it's a privilege to share a screen with you, my friend. Yeah, man. Big up to the chat. You know, my Arsenal journey started way back in 1991. So I know James got some years on me. So, you know, I'm always willing to listen to the OGs. Yeah, man, but big up, man. Let's have a football discussion. I'm here for it.
100%, man. Obviously, you know who he is. You've seen him. Burner Boy, aka the Greek God. Last week he was calling himself Mighty Ducks, or can't remember what it was, James, man. But big yourself up, man. How are you today, my brother?
That was wicked. No, 3 weeks ago I was. I don't know if you both saw it. I did the Chewbaccas of Arsenal. Do you remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I did the Mighty Ducks. Then I did yesterday. I did Eddie Murphy, one of my original ethnic comedians when I was a kid, like Raw Delirious.
You had another shirt underneath it, James.
Yeah, and then I did the Spartans, because the reason I did that is because when I watched young Daniel, who looks like Denzel Washington there, right? And when I watched him on Friday, I don't know if you saw it, BBK, yeah? I sent him a message. He did a 20-minute video, and he was so inspiring, man. He was so passionate after that result against Brentford, and you could see it's not about giving him a label, negative or whatever. He was just saying how he felt, and your passion came right across the whole world on the internet, man. And I thought that is a real guy, man. He's really like saying it how he feels, right? And but anyway, BBK, I've seen you in your chats. You're quite clever as well. Hey, good looking. But where in America are you from?
So I got Jamaican roots. Most of my time, I'm from New York, but I live in Seattle right now on the West Coast. But I'm from New York. Brooklyn, New York.
What's your NBA and NFL teams?
The Knicks, the Giants, the Yankees, all the New York teams. So New York is home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Love that, man. But let's get into it. I think we've just had the FA Cup draw as well. We've just drawn Mansfield in the cup, I believe, away from home. So another, I would say, easy tie for us. We should be getting the job done over there. Looks like we're going to be going into the 6th round. But let's just touch quickly on the Wigan game yesterday. A 4-0 drumming. I see on James's fan cam he's talking about, mash up their claw, all of this sort of talk. But yeah, man, we've done what we was meant to do against Wigan. For me, it was good to see Eze get a couple of assists in that game. Madweke scored in the game. Martinelli scored. It was good to see some of these players that don't always get 90 minutes to be out there. Ben White was out there as well. And 4-0, I was a bit disappointed, if I'm being honest with you. Second half, we didn't score more goals, but we didn't really need to score more. We put them to bed in the first half. So overall, it was a good performance, man. A good performance, a good day out. I wasn't down there, but I heard that there was a lot of families out there. A lot of people brought their kids along. So the only thing that let it down was the weather, man. How are you feeling about the game yesterday, BBK, man?
I mean, going into it, this is one of the games where I said I wanted to see a performance to back up the result, right? In the Premier League, these last 12 games, I'm only expecting results. The performances can be great, but I'm only expecting results. But this game, this Wigan game in isolation, wanted to see a good performance backed up by a big result. And the boys delivered. They showed a clear distinction on what a top of the league team versus a League One side. That's what I wanted to see. You know, the boys came out, professional performance, didn't disrespect the opponent. I like the fact that I am disappointed, like you, that we didn't go on to score more goals, but I can appreciate the fact that they kept trying to score. Martinelli had a couple of chances. Jesus had a couple. So we kept pushing. So I can appreciate the intent. But again, this team shows that in a 16-minute period or a 20-minute period, we can blitz anyone for 4 goals from Wigan to Atletico Madrid. They have this in them when they're allowed to play. So I can appreciate the performance backed up by a big result. Proud of the boys still.
Love that, man. James, you was down there. How did you feel about the game?
Two of the points you guys made there were brilliant. Want to answer one of the points? You know where you're both disappointed about it wasn't like more than 4 goals, but I think what BB touched on a main issue there, which is the way I saw it, game done within the first few minutes, right, when it was 4-0. And if you look at it properly, look how that game was about, touching on Daniel's point, it was about giving minutes to all these players and getting their fitness and getting them the cogs of the machine working. Like that Marlon Salmon, I said it on AFTV and I'll say it here, he will be the next Saliba. If you look at his body, he's quite gaunt and slim, right? But you look at, it doesn't matter what you look like or how big you are, it's how you play. And
let's hope you're right about that. I think that's a massive statement to make, to say that he's going to be the next Saliba.
No, but I've been watching him. I'm like Ty and I get called the most deluded according with him, right? Right. But basically, you know what's on the Bias Premier League show? Robbie couldn't remember my name, right? It was like that Clint Eastwood film, The Man with No Name, right? And then basically, Yardi was saying that, you know, the burner boys, the 5 burner boys of Arsenal, right? And he goes, I've been like Ty. I've been watching that Marlon Brando since he was 14, 15, right? And he's a lot of football, like I said before, is about the brain. That's your biggest weapon, is your brain. You can have all the ability, all the attributes, but you've got to have ability to read the game, right? And Marlon Salmon, the way he gets into the right position, he knows where the opposing players are. He's got a football brain. And for a young boy, at the age of 16 he is now, that guy is wicked, man. And I see the same traits as I see in Saliba, because he's not that rough in your face Gabriel, who's got everything. He's got that.
He looks a bit like I was watching it with my missus and she was like, "Is that a girl or a boy?" Does look a bit like a girl, though. Be honest. No offense, man. No offense, but
I was going to say that. Do you know what it reminds me of as well? Do you know the film Straight Outta Compton, right? With NWA and all that. If you look at a very, very young Snoop Doggy Dogg, he looked, yeah, it does, isn't it? It does, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's got
I
a
can see
really,
that, actually,
that really skinny body and the face, right? So as he gets older, if he grows a bit of a beard and that, he could be a Snoop Doggy Dogg, right? And then, but also so the main point isn't about BB King made a main point there. Do you know that season 3 years ago, guys, when in the first 20 minutes, half an hour, we'd won games. The first 19 games, we were like 2, 3, 4-0 up. And so BB is right when they were doing that. And then it was there's a lot of interesting aspects. I'm going to ask a question and see what you guys think, because we saw things we've never seen before, right? Saka in the central midfield, right? Eze, that ability to play the through ball was amazing. Norgard, magnificent, right?
Yeah, he was.
And
going to touch on that point about on that
and
point.
Madueke.
On that point, do you guys think that going forward, that's something you want to see is Saka coming into that midfield, coming into that number 10 role? Do you think we can do that going forward? Because I kind of liked it, to be fair.
Yeah, see BB's answer it.
So in games where we know we're going to have 70% possession of the ball, I can appreciate 2 10s, right? Then you play 1-6. Right? We don't need Declan Rice and Zubimeni when we know we're going to be playing the game in one half. I can appreciate that. Now, if the broader question is we're going to put Saka in the 10 at the expense of Eze, then I don't support that. I think Saka will cook out there on the right. In games where we know we're going to dominate, and against Wigan, and I suspect against Wolves, we're going to have more of the ball. I wouldn't mind it. But 45 minutes against Wigan is not a big enough sample size for me to say that Saka.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he did it. It could just be a matter of Arteta saying, you know what, go get a run out, try to get your fitness back up. But because it's going to be big news because it's Arsenal. Sky Sports did a 2-hour special on this morning. A 2-hour special on Saka in the 10 because it's Arsenal. You know what I mean? So
I
get it.
But same thing you said, because we're playing Wigan, are we looking at the performances of your Norgards, your Ezes? Are we really taking this performance not serious, but being that it's the low-level opposition, how much can we use that as a sort of parameter to say, yeah, this player's ready or this player's good enough, and the level of opposition that we came up against?
I'm taking it seriously. Just quickly, James, before you jump in. Here's why I'm taking it seriously, man. It's League One opposition, but it was only Salford at Manchester City, and they started a strong team and needed to bring on Ballon d'Or, Rodri, Semenyo, and Guehi to see that game out, and that's a League 2 side. So a League One, we've seen League 1 sides and Championship. Matter of fact, I think Forest knocked us out the same competition 3 years ago or 4 years ago, where they were a Championship side. So I get it; it's Wigan and it's League 1 opposition, but we've seen less beat more. So I get it. We can appreciate that it's a lower league opposition, but we still had to do what we had to do.
Fact.
Yeah. I think it's a very good question, Daniel, because everyone says that, right? But BB is 100% correct, because who did Grimsby knock out? Was it Man United?
Yeah, Man United knocked them out on penalties, man. Dusty Man United.
Yeah, Grimsby, right? Then you got so you got Burnley. Who did they lose to? Macclesfield.
No,
Premier League.
It was Palace that got knocked out to Macclesfield.
No, but BB. Burnley got knocked out on Saturday by a non-Premier League team. Who was it?
Yeah, it was who was it? Yeah, they did. They sure did go home. I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, they got knocked out on Saturday, by a non-Premier League team. So basically English football, who's it?
Mansfield, the team we drew.
That's So anyone could beat anyone, But do you know what? If I was to be in charge of Arsenal, and I would like to play, I would try it. I would try this, right? Because if you look at some of this cautious, sit back, bottle it against Liverpool twice, bottle it against Forest, stalemate
James,
against.
I want to stop you 1 second. You've got some explaining to do, James. We want to get down to the bottom of where these this T-shirt things came from. I'm gonna play you lot this video, man. I'm gonna play you lot this video.
Oh God.
Arsene Wenger in him. All right? Oh, yes. When we play football, come play football with us. Yes. We mush you up. Yes. Mush you up. Yes. Right? And who's this? Who's this?
What we got today? What we got today? What we got today? Beverly Hills Cop.
Right. When Eddie Murphy.
Every week new t-shirt.
Wait.
Are you gonna do the sound effects?
Right. Eddie Murphy, right? A Detroit cop. Went to Beverly Hills. Right. Wigan, you came to our yard, we beat your Clark. Go! And we're going to go to the yard of Wolves, we're going to beat your Clark. We're going to go to the yard of Tottenham, and we're going to beat your Clark. And Chelsea, you best put some books in your pants, boy. You get licked, right? So, the Detroit... Beverly Hills, right? Sorry, Detroit was urban and all this, and you come to the affluent Arsenal, mashed up. Yes! But the next thing, last message, because everyone's waiting, right? Yeah. This season, right? What I want is a message to all the Arsenal players. I'll tell you, got your message. Take the handbrake off. Yep. The greatest warriors ever. Sparta, right? Right,
He's got another top.
When King listen. When King Leonidas fought for democracy and the birth of civilization, right, at the Battle of Thermopylae with the Spartans against the tyranny of the Persian Empire, not because they're Persian, because it was a tyranny, no racism here, yeah. Right, against the Persian right, and they said to the Spartans, drop down your weapons. And the Spartans said, come and take them. Come and take them. Yeah. Manchester City, come and take us off the top, because we ain't moving. We're going to win this league title. But every Arsenal player, manager and fan, you need to rise, like Bob Marley used to say. Rise,
James,
right?
James.
And last message you see.
No, go on, before.
Yo,
Hey,
Dad.
One sec. Where are you getting all these T-shirts from, James, my bro, man?
Oh God, man. All right, this is
Every
live
week,
as well.
are you going out and buying them, or have you just got loads of T-shirts at home? How are you doing this, bro?
Okay, no, I
Well, that's why you got
I've
Spartan Warriors on there today, because that was the T-shirt, innit?
yeah, that's it. See, you took your time, innit? How many minutes did that take you? Right, right, okay, right. Now, basically, as a youngster, I grew up in the Bronx of Hackney in North London. I grew up with every culture. The main cultures I grew up with are Caribbean. I still, even though I'm in my early 50s, I played for 3 Caribbean cricket teams, and they know how to joke, yeah? One of them I call GG, Ganja and Guinness, right? And then basically, you got to have your jokes. And there was all white comedians when I was a kid, right? Then when I see Eddie Murphy, Raw, Delirious, then I see like Russell Peters, the Canadian boy, Paul Chowdhury, the London one, and then all these others, you know, like all the black comedians from the American shows, right? And that's the humour I grew up with. And like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and all this, right? And I like to make, my mum said to me when I was a little boy, it don't cost you anything to put a smile on someone's face, yeah? And the T-shirts, yeah, I've got a big collection. And what I do, I think of a metaphor, yeah? So I bought a £4 T-shirt today. My main supplier, who should sponsor me really, if AFTV paid me money and Primark paid me money, I'd own half this planet. Anyway, right? But basically, Primark, I get very cheap ones from there. Because if you buy an original artist, like where I used to buy my Ice Cube, NWA, Rihanna and all this, right? In the Camden areas and all this, they cost a lot of money. But so I go, Primark is my main supplier. I shop around, and I think of a metaphor and the football
What we're gonna
message.
start doing, James. You know what? Now you're gonna carry on. What I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna start every time you come in. I'm gonna put a timer on it so you can look at the timer and say, you know what? I'm gonna stop here now. Go on, carry on, man. You got 30 seconds. Moving on.
One quick thing. BB and Daniel, did you both watch Ty on his Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it.
I caught bits of it. I didn't see the whole thing.
You need to see the whole thing, right? So I watched that, right? And he had these two gorgeous women, right? And one was some hot blonde, and that was a hot brunette, right? And the hot brunette was a Chelsea fan. And with Ty,
I found out some juicy information about them today. I'm not going to say nothing on
all right, okay. All right,
things were going on, man. Things were going on, bro.
Yeah,
Trust me.
So I was watching it, right? So I had that in my head. And before I went live, right, Robbie had to go to take his kids home. He goes, James, I'm going now, but I don't want you chatting for 20 minutes. So they all said to me, you got 4 minutes. So I took a bet with Robbie and Cecil that if I can do it less than 4 minutes, they're going to set me up with both of them, right? So it actually came to this.
We're moving on now.
Sorry.
Big up Johnny in the chat 1790. I'm gonna ask you this as well, BBK. So he has something to ask me. I have to ask Negative Dan something. After Sunderland, you were chest out 9 points clear. We're gonna do this a week later, only 4 points clear. Football is a humbler, ain't it? Listen, it's a big humbler, man. And I wish someone would have just pinched me on that day and said, you know what, Dan? All season you've been saying, take it a game at a time. Let's not get carried away. I went down to the Emirates. We went 3-0 up. Won the game, 9 points clear. I was gassed, man. That's the first time in years that I've actually had a real feeling to say, you know what? This is happening, man. This might actually happen, man. Because I couldn't see Man City going over to Liverpool and getting nothing done. And they went and got the job done. Then they beat Fulham. Then they're 3 points behind. And then, you know what happens, innit? Go away to Brentford. And we drop points over there. So, yeah, I've been humbled, yeah, Johnny. And I'm not going to be doing that one more time this season, yeah? If we go 12 points clear, then I'll do it. But I'm not doing it again this season. Sorry, yeah, because it's been a humbler and it's been a horrible humbler. Do you understand? A punch in the gut, man. BBK, how are you feeling after the whirlwind that's been going 9 points clear, Man City beating Liverpool, then going 3 and then dropping points to Brentford? How are you feeling about that whirlwind right there, man? Because I don't feel good, man.
I'm feeling like Man City shows us that they know how to deal with pressure, as they've done many, many times before. Yeah. I mean, what that clip of you on AFTV shows is what my bro Hughes calls dopamine. You know, when the dopamine hits you, it hits you, and that's part of following football, isn't it? Like, I wanted Arteta going after the first. Remember that season when we bought the top 4 to Tottenham? I was upset with him, right? But the following season when we went on a title charge, even me, the negative guy, I got sucked in. Pause. I'm a human being, innit? We're out here, 50 points from 19 games played. I'm like, bro, I got carried away myself. But the opportunity that presented itself, right? 9 points clear with no one predicted Man City would have gone to Anfield and won. Even some of the Man City players. Bernardo Silva himself came out unprompted. No one asked him this. He said this out of his own mouth, unprompted, that had we lost today, the title would have been over. So they know what the deal was. They were feeling the same thing you were feeling. You were feeling it from the positive side. They were feeling it from the negative side. You know what I mean? And it would have been, because the Man City fans in the spaces that I know and respect, like, you know, man like Daps, man like LB, they were ready to concede that had we gone to double digits, that it would have been over. And they know the pulse of their football club more than we do. So I fully understand why that happened. But I've also seen Liverpool start out 5 for 5, had a 5-point lead on us, and turned a 5-point lead into a 1-0 deficit. So football comes at you fast. And now that you're doing content, you live and you learn in it. But from that position, it was a calculated risk to say that, yeah, we won today. Liverpool are going to drop points. And it just didn't work out that way, because that bunch of players, the squad is littered with world-class players, a world-class manager, and they have the mental fortitude. They've been here before. And they showed something. And what they showed us gives us reason for pause, because now it's a 4-point gap and we still have to go there. But yeah, man, it wasn't a crazy take to say that from the position that we were in, but football humbles you quickly, and that's what happened here.
Yeah, and James, I know that you've been you've been a bit of not a flip flop, but there was a point where you was a bit negative. You was calling out Arteta. Know what I'm saying? You was in the room with Jez and these type of man. You know what I'm saying? You was on the wave, and then you've gone ultra positive now. How was you feeling after that whirlwind and after the Brentford result? How was you feeling, James, man?
Right, 2 quick points first. I love this guy BB, man.
BBK.
The way you
Does anyone call you
BBK.
BB? BBK.
I know he's talking to me, so it's fine.
Yeah.
BB.
Right.
One
No,
sec, James. Before you start, James.
Yeah.
Waffle and views on sports as well. I've put the StreamYard link in the chat. If you man want to jump on, you're free. Come jump on, man.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for Dan. Dan's on his way home. Every
Yeah.
Monday, Dan gets
Yeah.
back a bit late, innit? So he gets on late, innit? But he'll
Yeah.
be here soon as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. I went on Waffle's show 2 days ago, just in the chat. I love Waffle, man. But this BB, I love you, man. You got intellect, you're articulate. I hate you because you're younger and better looking. But anyway, and your accent's wicked, right? So, but no, it's spot on, yeah? I'm going on to you, Daniel. You are such a real person, man. You're too harsh on yourself. Why did I say to you, when you did that interview on your own on that Friday, and I felt you, man. I felt what you were saying. I bet you both felt this. I felt so upset. And then the next day, I started being real with it. Like, hang on a minute. The way the facts, this is where you're too harsh on yourself, Daniel, right? The way things were going, not even the Brentford game, man. Look at the Liverpool game. 11 games unbeaten. City are not that good. City are going to Liverpool's yard. Who expected City? The only reason they won, not because City was any good, is because Liverpool didn't turn up the first half, then Calamity Jones in the second half, and then Man City were lucky to win that game, right? Then come the Brentford game, even though Brentford's a good team, we mashed them up last year. And the way we're playing, everyone thought, oh, we should beat them. But if we win 1-0, 2-1, just what at the start of the show, BB said, the objective is about getting the points, yeah? So you're too harsh on yourself. You're not some deluded fan, Daniel. You base your feelings on facts. That's why you felt like that. But it's like, you get really excited.
Each and every time, James. I just keep it real, man. Every time. That's what I try to do anyway. Not everyone's going to agree with what I'm saying as well. I don't expect anyone to agree, innit? It's football, innit? Difference of opinions and that, but I'm never going to not speak my mind, man. That's just what I do.
Yeah, and I told you how I took over the mantle on AFCV as King Arteta after Hugo switched before me. I used to stand for 3 hours by the Tony Adams statue till 2 a.m, and the idea of being
wait. What are you doing there till 2 a.m, James, bro?
What
was you doing? What was you doing with that statue, bro? What do you mean? What was you doing?
Wait, you're so bad, Daniel. You're so bad, man. I'm getting back for this, Daniel. Right? No. Yeah, I was making love to Tony Adams. Yeah, all right. No, basically, right. What happened was...
It didn't sound right, bro. You just said you was there till 2 a.m. bro. What was you doing?
I wasn't on my own, man. No, when I first started to go on AFCV, right, you have to wait because there's all these content creators in front of me, right, and they are regulars, been doing it for years. I'm some unknown guy. I ain't even got a channel, right? So I'm waiting to get my turn to go and go and do a fan cam. And I'm being respectful. And you've got all these young bucks who want to do their own channels as well. And all these people I've been watching and all that, right? And I'm waiting to get on there. And I know what I've got to say. But I think it's the nature of this industry. You can come back on this at another time, both of you guys, yeah? When people do this for a living, they become so analytical, they get a bit too critical, a bit too anal. And the original idea of being a football fan is you support your team, and if you win, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm standing there, waiting, I'm listening to all these people just slacking everyone off. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, man. Like,
James, can we go back to what I'll let you do 3 minutes now, James. How did you feel after
I felt,
the
yeah, and I
Brentford
felt
game.
really upset. I felt like you. I've been punched in the stomach, and I thought, you know, that snowball effect. All the punches from all the other years and years of punches, and then the last one feels worse because it's got all them behind it. And then by the next day, I started thinking, hang on, mate, City's defence is still crap. They've had a couple of good results. Liverpool gave them those points, never turned up. Brentford played for their lives, right? But there were, the last point I make this, the big thing that pissed me off the most, the game before when we mashed up that Sunderland, was it 3-0? Yeah? Well, against Brentford, no long shots, no shots outside the box, side passing. What you said on your interview, Daniel, on Friday on your own, yeah? The side passing came back, yeah? And I'm thinking, how can you go from playing like Zubimendi, long shot goal, attack, then you go to Brentford and you bottle it again, Arteta. Defensive football, right? If I was in charge of Arsenal right now, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll play, maybe play Saka in the middle and Eze. I'll play Noni on the right, Martinelli on the left, whatever striker in the middle. I'd rather go on the attack and maybe lose and get the 3 points than, we must have let a goal in and then get a goal and must sit back, then they come on to us. That's why I call him out. I don't like that football. And that's why you were spot on, Daniel.
Facts. So moving on to coming up to the Wolves game. Massive game. Must-win game. For me, there's no excuses. There are no excuses, but I'm not going into this game 100% confident. Now, I think we're going to get the win. But remember, we played them at the Emirates earlier on in the season, and it wasn't easy lemon squeezy stuff as we thought it was going to be. We needed 2 old goals to get past them. I think with them all being but relegated, I think they're going to have a bit of they're going to be a bit more relaxed, I think, because I think they know that they're going down, so there's not going to be so much pressure on them. The pressure's off of them a bit, innit? So they might come out and play a bit. BBK, man, how are you feeling about this game? And would you rotate? Would you go full strength? What are you thinking, man?
I'd go full strength. I mean, we don't have a meaningful Champions League game until March 10th or 11th. We just secured our spot in pretty much the quarterfinals. I mean, with all the disrespect to Mansfield, we're gonna get by them lot. You know, so now that we go to these 12 games, which we should approach like 12 cup finals. The thing is, Wolves, if I'm not mistaken, I think they sold their striker to Palace.
Yeah.
Strand Larson, yeah.
Whoever they got lined up, you know, I trust the best 2 center back partnership, the best 2 center backs in the Premier League to deal with whoever they got. But like James said, yeah, man, we know we're going to have a majority possession of the ball. Let's blitz them for 20 minutes like we do against Atletico and all these other teams that we know we can. Give them a heavy dose of attack for 20 minutes. If they don't break, we just keep going. We regroup, we keep going. I don't feel as confident as I should be being top of the league and facing a team that's possibly one of the worst teams to play in the Premier League record-wise. But there is some pause there because of the performances versus, you know, Liverpool and Forest away and then the Brentford performance. But this could be a potential banana skin, but I do trust that they can get the job done because I don't want to say I'm throwing in the towel if we don't get 3 points here, but you know, I'll be less confident that we can actually go ahead and get over the line. If we can't get over the line in match week 27 versus Wolves, then I don't trust these lot to go to Manchester City in match week 33 and get over the line. Then I think the bigger the lead between us and City going into the final or going into that fixture benefit us. But yeah, I can't sit here and with all honesty and true and say I don't expect us to, you know, to win this game. But it's the 3 points over the performance for me versus, you know, the Wigan game where I wanted to see a performance. On Wednesday, we must lay a marker down for Man City.
Yeah, key question I want to ask you, BBK, is who would you be starting on the right wing? Would you be sticking with Madueke or would you be bringing Saka back on that right wing against Wolves? Me personally, I'm going with Madueke. That's just me personally. I would leave Saka on the bench. I I think he's still coming back from injury anyway. What would you do?
Yeah, I mean, as fate would have it, it would be another Wolves performance, because I thought we should have started Madueke in the reverse fixture, because in the midweek Champions League, he had played brilliantly against Club Brugge. And at the weekend,
yeah, that was the game there, isn't it?
And then we brought Saka right back in, and it was Nani Madueke. There's nothing he can't do right now. He feels confident. He feels like he can beat his man every time. He's more direct than Saka is. Saka, Odegaard, these guys, they thrive on retaining possession, not giving the ball away. Nani will give the ball away, but you know he is going to try, right? And if we're going to start Gyökeres, he can appreciate a direct guy who's going to try to beat his man and give him a diagonal cutback for a chance at goal. So, yeah, I would go with Nani Madueke. I really don't think Saka is 100% fit at the moment. And Nani deserves a start. He deserves a run out. So give him a chance.
He's got 2 and 2 now, and he scored the header against Brentford.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously he scored against Wigan as well. He took that goal lovely as well. Bottom Binzel just slid it in.
Yeah.
James, my brother, the Arsenal Spartan Warriors. Yeah. How are you feeling about this Wolves game? Same question to you. Who would you start, Madueke or Saka on the right wing? How do you think we approach this game, man? What do you think we do?
What I think we should do, but you know what? It's hard to say what Arteta will do, because in the last month, he has shocked me. When I was calling him out, like everyone else was, when he was very stubborn, right? People call him arrogant. He's very stubborn. He always picks his favourites. Mm-hmm. He plays the side-passing football on games that he should have attacked. Man City, Liverpool, Forest, all these games where he takes the easy, cautious option, right? But then recently, when he took the handbrake off, it might have been Wigan, but he took the handbrake off against Leeds. He took the handbrake off against Sunderland. And this is what I find annoying, and most people do, right? Respect to Positive Daniel. And this is what I find annoying, right? And I said in an AFTV fan camp 7 months ago, we have the best squad in the world, right? In the world, right? And Arteta, I watched a program where Waffle, I can't remember the guy's name. He was called a doctor, some white guy. He's American. And he thinks where Arteta bottles it with his tactics is because he's traumatized from when he was an Arsenal player in 2013 and when he was a captain in 2016 when we had chances to win the league then, right? And the defensive losing it, and then the 3 years that we came second, that he's been traumatized by that. But I said it in yesterday's fan camp, and I've said it before. Arsene Wenger was an attacking manager. He changed football, right? At one time, Arsenal were better than Brazil. All the experts said it. 9 black players. We were the best. We mashed up everyone. Our football was amazing. Off the planet, right? And he chose Arteta as his captain when he first became manager at Arsenal. Arteta has got the Arsene Wenger skills. He's a Barcelona academy boy. And when he takes that handbrake off, come and play football with Arsenal and you feel the licks. And what I would do against Wolves is go there and attack them. We've got the best defence. We've got wicked midfielders. We've got a load of attackers. We've got the best subs bench. We need to mash them up 5-0 and then mash up Tottenham and then mash up Chelsea. It don't matter what Man City do. We will win it then.
Love that energy. Positive Dan, my compadre, man. I know you've had a busy day.
Yes. What's going on, boys?
We say, man, you're coming at the perfect time. We're speaking about Wolves. Yeah, so just give us your take on the Wolves game, how you're feeling about it. Would you go strong? Would there be any rotation? We're talking about Madueke or Saka on the right wing. Talk to me, my brother.
First of all, big up BBK. Good to finally have you on a stream, my guy. Good to see you. James, thanks for coming on as always. Dan, I was listening on the way in the car. Great show. Great hosting as well, man. Yeah, Arsenal Wolves, look. You know what? I remember think it was 23-24 when the title was slipping away, and we had to go Wolves, and it was midweek as well, and we had to win to keep it alive. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it kept it alive. Maybe it was the season when we lost to Villa. Our next game may have been Wolves away, and they had gone 2 in front, but we had to win. And there was 4 or 5 games left. And I remember we went there. Wolves were really poor that season, and we won 2-0. And I think it will be more of the same. I think it will be a pretty straightforward victory for us. Now, in regarding to who starts, I like the look of Saka. I know it's only Wigan, but I like the look of Saka in that CAM role. I thought he was brilliant, and it's something that he has done before in pre-season. And when I saw him there, I thought, oh, could be onto something. And I've always said that I think Saka can kind of play anywhere, and I think Madueke is on such good form. Odegaard is obviously not in great form. Kai Havertz is injured. Obviously, I was really happy to see Eze play in that left CM role, where I think surely that's where he's going to play now against Wolves. I think we'll be too strong for Wolves. Listen, people can say at the Emirates, we struggled to beat them, which we did. We got very lucky. They scored the goals for us, but it's a bit different when you go away from home. There's less expectancy of the fans. I think it's perfectly, if I'm being perfectly honest, I think it's a perfect game for Arsenal to have after dropping points. Now, what concerns me, because you draw with Brentford, fine. That can happen in the Premier League. They're 6th in the table. They're a strong team. They're one of the best teams in the league. It can happen. They're a physical side. They're a good side. I remember them. I think they were 3-0 up against Liverpool at one point in the game. I think they won 3-2 in the end. But Man City scored early and held on. And they were very lucky in that game. Donnarumma made some great saves. But it's the last 6 games. If you go through them, we obviously drew 2 games without scoring a goal. Then we lose to United. Then after that, you think the blip's over. We beat Leeds 4-0, Sunderland 3-0. We score 7-2. And the blip still is kind of over, but you need to reel off wins. If you're going to drop points in the way we did, you need to reel off win after win. So it is concerning, the draw with Brentford, but it's nowhere near the end of the world. Now, I heard you alluding to your fan cam, Dan. Like, at the end of the day, listen, of course, if we don't win the league, that may be cut up at some point and people may use it. Whatever, let them get on with it.
Because you know what it was, Dan? Like I said, there's a lot of fans that moved the parameters before the Brentford game. Most Arsenal fans, including you, said must-win game. We've got to get the job done. After the game, it wasn't that sort of talk. It was moving the goalpost.
No, Dan, if you watch my video is actually there on Instagram, so you can watch it. And I'm talking about the game, and I actually say if it's a draw, it's not the end of the world.
I'm talking about on our show last Monday. You said it was a must-win game.
I don't know about. Yeah, listen, look, you can say things sometimes. At the end of the day, it wasn't. It's easy to say it. Every game feels like a must-win game, but really and truly, it might not be, because if we carry on the way we're going, we'll win the league, and we would have drawn that game, and it could end up being a good point. We'll only know if that was a must-win game come the end of the season. We're still in a very, very strong position. And if I asked anyone on this panel or any Arsenal fan in this chat, no Arsenal fan can tell me any different. If I said, on what's the date today? February the what is it? It's the
16th.
February the 16th. Arsenal would be into the 5th round in the FA Cup with a draw against Mansfield, and they would top the Champions League group. So we've got home second legs are home all the way through in the Champions League, which is a big plus for us, and that they would be 4 points clear in the Premier League, and we'd make our first final since 2020. Not one Arsenal fan would have turned around and said, "Nah, don't want that. I want to be more clear." So
something that I wouldn't have predicted come the start of the season, Dan. So
exactly,
I put it like that. It sounds very positive. Do you understand?
I don't think a lot of people wouldn't have, Dan. That's the thing. And another thing, what people counter that is, we could have been this clear, we could have been that clear. Well, yeah, but City could have been too if they would have won their games. So City will be saying, we should have won that game against Spurs. They were 2-0 up. If we would have won that game, we would have closed the gap onto Arsenal. It'd only be 2 points. So we can all sit here and say, we should have done this, we should have done that. It is what it is. We are where we are. We're in a very strong position. It's down to Mikel Arteta now and the players to show that they can go the distance and go and win this Premier League. Because listen, we may lose another game, but I feel like Man City will lose another game. I've said from the start of the season that once we go top, I don't think we'll come off top spot, which we haven't. We did one weekend, I think, when they played up. We played the next day and went back to top. So after every weekend, we've always been top since we went top. Whenever that was back in, I don't know when it was, October or whenever it was, right? October, yeah. So that's when we went top. And I said throughout the season, it will go 6, 4, 7, might even go to 9, but then they'll have the game in their hand. And that's the way I thought it would go all throughout the season. Now
So
this is crunch time.
With Man City, like you just touched on, you don't see them doing that. With the massive win they got against Liverpool, made light work of Fulham. John Stones is coming back to fitness. He was on the bench. Diaz is coming back. Diaz is playing now. Do you feel like we're still? I know they haven't been consistent. Are we underestimating that there might be a chance that they might go on a mad run and they might win all their games? Is there a possibility that they could do that as well, Dan?
Yeah, of course there's a possibility, but there's a possibility we could do it too. You know, we won 17 out of our last 19 in 23-24. So, you know, listen, I'm not saying they're not going to win loads of games. Of course they are. It could come down to that game at the Etihad. But even then, let's just say, God forbid, they did beat us and we still had a point in front of them. You look at our last 4 games, you couldn't handpick any better 4 games to go and play at the end of the season. I think it's Burnley at home, Fulham at home. The only tough one maybe is West Ham away. If they're fighting for their lives, that could be tough. And the last one's Palace away, which is a lovely game to have, because I think they'll be concentrating. Probably they'll be in the Conference Cup final, and even if not, what are they playing for? And what people don't fail to realise, it's not being mentioned a lot. Manchester City play Aston Villa, all right, at the Etihad, but they play the team that's going to be either 3rd, 4th, or 5th, somewhere thereabouts. They play against a top
manager
side.
That you've scrubbed out and said that's not good enough.
Listen, he wasn't good enough for Arsenal, but we all know he's one of the best managers in the league. So it's even if it goes down to that last day and they have to win, City, and we have to win, it's going to be tough for City. Palace away, for me, is a much, much better game to have than be playing Aston Villa, because we all know what happened when we play Aston Villa. It's a tough game. They've beaten Arsenal and they've beaten Man City this year. So that's a tough game for.
So with the Madueke, who you starting, Madueke or Saka on that right wing for Wolves? Who you starting?
I would go with Madueke, and I'd have Saka in the middle.
So you would drop
I'd
Eze?
I'd have them both. No, I would have Saka. Oh yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it?
You have to drop one of your DM.
Zubimendi and Rice is nailed on. We can't mess that up. Zubimendi and Rice is just nailed on, innit? So there's only one more position in that middle of the park. So what you saying, Saka? Or me personally, I'm putting Eze in there.
Yeah, look, I mean, yeah, well, in that case, then.
So does that mean that Madueke drops out for Saka then for you? For me,
yeah, I would play Saka. I would definitely play Saka. Listen, I think Madueke is in good form, but if we can get, we need Saka. I've been saying this. I've been saying this since the start of the season, and I keep thinking it's going to come, and it just hasn't came yet. So, pardon, pause for that. But yeah, anyway,
I was thinking that.
Yeah,
it wasn't that bad though. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but anyway, you got to be careful on YouTube, bro. We're new to the game, innit? But anyway, I just think Saka. When we have Saka, we need Saka at his best, and Saka could still play a massive part of the season, as can Eze, as can loads of these players. This is the biggest and the most important games of the season. We're going to have big games against possibly Real Madrid, Manchester City, whoever in the Champions League we might face. Every game now is like a cup final. We've got Man City in a cup final. Eze scores in that cup final, wins us the game like he did for Palace. He's been an amazing signing and he's been a hero. Gyökeres gets us a winner that puts us clear of Man City. Or, you know, Saka is he always comes alive in our big games. His record against the top 6 is phenomenal. He scored it in the Champions League in the big games. So I want to see Saka. I want to see Saka, the Saka that we know. That's the Saka that I want. Listen, Madueke has been doing brilliant, and if he does start, I'm not going to sit there and be fuming about it. I like their link up. I thought both of them in the team look good. Listen, for me, Wolves away, you could just go, you know what, Zubimendi, have a breather. Declan Rice sit there, Saka and Eze. Imagine that. Saka on the right, Declan Rice holding, you like him there, Dan. Eze in the left centre mid. Madueke,
That's a good shout.
Jesus. I would actually go Jesus against Wolves. You know, I really would. I think there's horses for courses.
Nah, Jokeres. I'm starting. We'll get to the lineup anyway, but let's go to SJ. My guys just come in. How are you feeling about the Wolves game? That's what we're focusing on at the moment.
Yeah.
Would you be going strong? Any changes that you would make? Yeah, how you feeling about it, man? Must win game, my brother.
Must win. We said, like you said, Brentford game was must win as we failed that test, didn't we? So with Wolves now, I'd play Noni on the right because I think a couple of times this season we've done it where a player scored, got an assist, played decent, and then we just dropped them. I don't think it really inspires much in a team when people play well. You just drop them out of team. Ez's got a hat trick against Tottenham, then he found himself out of team since Odegaard came back. So I played Noni on the right. The Wigan game, playing Saka in the middle, I don't really pay too much attention to that game, to be honest. I'll be real. I know it was a good little cameo in that role, but I want to see it against a better team. And I mean, what was it? 72 hours after that Brentford game, the performance of chalk and cheese, and that for me says it all about the opposition. Eze looked like a whole different player. Noni looked sensational on the right. So I'll give Noni another game. I'd obviously the fullbacks pick themselves. We've got injury from Calafiore injured in the warm up. Ben White got injured in the game, but I think he's fit to play. But Timber got a rest finally, so that was good that Timber got a rest. And Saliba and Gabriel obviously deputised at centre back. I agree with maybe dropping Zubimendi, giving him a rest because he looks a bit leggy right now. He's playing every game 90 minutes. It's not really needed. He came on the other day, obviously because Ben White got injured, so that's understandable. But I think Norgard done well. I think Norgard's done well when he come in. He's been made to play out of position sometimes, centre back. But we took a captain from another Premier League team and we're just not really using to much this season.
Yeah, to be fair on that point, SJ, I was on a show earlier with Cecil and he was calling for Norgard to be starting this game. Well, is that what you're feeling as well?
Yeah, he looked comfortable, He looked comfortable in his team. He not been given much of a chance, really. And when he had just been out of position, Club Brugge centre-back. I think he played centre-back another game. Portsmouth, he played centre-back. So he hasn't really been given a chance to showcase his ability in the team. But such is the pressure this season, we need to keep playing our strongest players, the Declan Rices and the Zubimendi's. And that's because we haven't really taken our chances when we had opportunities to extend the gap. But that's our own fault, So it is what it is. But for me, I don't think the crunch time of the season's really started yet. For me, that's around April, May. So we need to get as much points in the bag as we can and keep that lead over Man City going towards the end, and hopefully we can go over the line. Which striker? I'll start Jokeres. I'm not really a Jokeres fan, but I'll start Jokeres up at Wolves. I think it's a very good game actually to get after that Brentford performance. Wolves obviously going down. Yeah, Wolves are going down the whimper. Not much run on it for them. And I don't even want to think about if we don't get a win there. Yeah, so yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be part of my next question. But I just want to come to this by Sahar, man. This is something I've been hearing a lot this season. Even Dan said it as well. Back the players, back the team, back the manager. Huge 12 games. And the way people have been talking is that if you criticise Arsenal, you criticise Arteta, if you complain, if you moan when we don't get wins or if we draw, then for some reason we are not entitled as much as the fans that are backing it and being positive every weekend. Don't come to the parade and all this nonsense talk. Now, the fact of the matter is, just because people criticise, and people have different opinions, don't mean that they're less of an Arsenal fan than anyone else. I've got an analogy. If you're bringing your little kid to play football, when he goes football with his mum, she's nice, you played well today, son, even though he was shit. Do you understand? When he goes football with his dad is vicious. Any mistakes, he's on him. He's giving him that harsh criticism. Does that mean that the dad don't love the son as much as the mum? It doesn't. People have differences of opinion. That's all it is. It don't mean that you're backing the team more because you're being positive every week. We're allowed to criticize. We've got PTSD. Do you understand? That's what it is, Sahal. And Dan, you can chime in on that as well because you're a man that said that, you want to complain, you want to moan. I don't want to see you down at the parade then. Come on, Dan.
That's context, though. What's the context of that, though? After we came out of the game, you're talking about the other night after Brentford. You know what Ryan's like. Ryan's a whole nother level, bro. Just sitting there, just listen. There's one thing criticizing your team, but just sitting there 24/7, just slating them off and slating all the players, what's the point? Literally, what's the point? What are you watching football for? What are you watching your team for? You know, fair enough. Listen, I've criticised players. I've come out, but I won't just sit there and just straight after the game. And listen, even sometimes in-house. But to be out there, you know, on camera and just non-stop, just talking shit, you know, obviously, like that's
So you
what
just
I mean.
think you think some
No,
Arsenal fans
I think
at
some
the
people go over
extreme
the
level?
top. Yeah, listen, look, at the end of the day, you know, it's about supporting your team. The word supporter means you support, right? So I just feel like you should support your team. I've never once said that we can't criticize or you can't say, even if someone says, I don't think we'll win it, but people say it viciously, you know, like there's an agenda with them. And that's where it gets, that's where
But
the
even though
line
Ryan,
has
like
to
you
be crossed for
mentioned
me.
Ryan, but he's a match going fan. He's there screaming or he's singing all the chants and all of that. So I mean, I know he's a bit negative, but it's a bit harsh to say, oh yeah, why are you coming to watch football and don't come to parade then and all of that? Do you understand? I think it's a bit vicious, Dan, if you're asking me, man.
No, no.
Yeah, well,
Can I say something?
you would have to have been there, Dan, to understand it, to be honest.
Mm.
But look,
Can I say
listen, look,
something?
obviously he's more than, of course, anyone can do what they want. He knows that it's whatever. We're both come out there, we're frustrated, we're arguing. It's the heat of the moment sort of thing, you know. We're all
Yeah.
Arsenal fans, of course we are. We all want Arsenal to win. I'm sure he does want Arsenal to win, but it's just the way people go about it sometimes is a little over the top, but sometimes does make me question if some people, to suit their agendas, do want Arsenal to lose. And I'm not saying Ryan in specific, but you've said this as well, Dan, and you've agreed with me that there are certain people that are too dark down this, you know, I'm right, Arteta's not good enough, and I think
They're sitting there hoping that Arsenal lose. They're sitting
maybe
there
when they're watching the game, they want Arsenal to win, but when we lose, it's more like, oh, I knew I was right. And you know, like I knew I was right. I get messages from people, and it's like, rather than, oh, we lost today, oh shit, so I knew it. I told you this guy's not good enough, that guy's not good enough, the manager's shit. It's like, calm down, man. But listen, everyone supports their team how they want to support their team. You can't tell anyone how to support their team in it. So
Can I say something?
Go on, James, my bro.
Right, first of all, what the two Daniels, right, first of all,
James,
a quick
it's 22:03. It's 22:03. We get 22:06. 3 minutes. Go for it, my brother.
Okay. First of all, BB made a very important point much earlier in the show, which Positive Dan, where you pick Saka to play, but I was thinking this before BB said it today, and I was thinking it yesterday. Yesterday's game, one of the key aspects was about putting minutes in the legs of all the squad. And what BB said earlier at the start of the show, when posed the question about Saka and in that position, and I'm going to watch that programme that you said, BB, that Sky covered it for 2 hours about Saka playing there, is this. I don't know, Positive Dan, if Saka is fully fit yet. And where we, okay, that's that one dealt with. Right, going back to this about what you both said, right? Where Negative Dan is talking about, you know, when you said, like for me, when Jess came on in with a pre-agenda to call me out and call Positive Dan out, right? And these people, Positive Dan's right. I've watched that young Positive Daniel on a lot of other programs, right? And he's sitting there with a lot of them. There's some that are vicious, man, and they've got their agendas, right? And it's like, you know, whatever you're saying, they can't wait, as soon as that door opens a bit, right, to come out with, yeah, well, it's Arteta's fault. Sack Arteta. Been saying it for years, right? And the point that Negative Dan's making, they like to pigeonhole you. The reason why people try to call me out is because, how can you say this and you say that? We are grown adults who have played football, have watched football, have studied football, and if you're a normal human being, you have a balanced view. Like you said, if you watch your son and he does this good or that good or whatever, right? I was at Arsenal when I was 10, Chelsea when I was 15, Tottenham when I was 16. My dad would say to me, that bit you did right, that bit you did bad, right? And when you watch a game, Arteta, like Positive Daniel keeps saying, he's the best performing manager in Europe, right? We are in a final. We are next through in the FA Cup. We are top of the Europe. We are top of Premier League, right? He has amassed an immense squad. The people, all the top experts are like, yeah, they're respecting that. Now, regarding his tactics, sometimes you're entitled, especially if you pay money and go and watch it, home and away, abroad. You're allowed to have an opinion. You're not a sheep. You're not a hater. You're a mature adult with a brain. You have a balanced view, and you base your view on the dynamics in front of you. So all these people, you're always going to get haters, negative, Dan. Yeah? Right? And forget them, because what rises above all of them are facts. End of.
Facts.
Look, let's go to Lee here. Big up Lee. Big up James, man. I agree with you, bro. Lee's a friend of mine, and he's gone back to your analogy, Dan. He says, no, but as a kid, you'd feel more nervous by your dad shouting at you, criticizing you. And I was going to come back to this as well. You know, right now I'm taking my boy to football, and I'm more on in the more arm around his shoulder. Don't worry, you'll do better next week. Obviously, he's very young, and that probably will change as he gets older. But if you see here, I mean, and listen, Harry Redknapp's famously gone and said it. That's why he was such a good man manager, because there's some that he would be ruthless and horrible to, because they needed that, and there's some that you need to put an arm around. But at least said as a kid, you'd feel more nervous by your dad shouting.
Yeah, that's not. I think he's got me. What you said there, Lee, all I was trying to explain is that it doesn't mean that the dad doesn't love the child as much as the mum loves the dad. You understand? That's all I was trying to basically. Maybe it was the wrong analogy, but I was just trying to say we both love the club the same. Do you understand? The negative fans and the positive ones. Dan, you're on mute, bro. Your mic's gone off.
Before he comes in, I agree with SJ. All right, SJ. Norgard should play instead of Zubimendi. Although when Zubimendi came on yesterday, he was spraying that ball around like the European Spanish winner champion that he is, right? While Real Madrid and Man City wanted him, and Liverpool, right? Zubi, where are you? I'm Arsenal, right? And right, and SJ's right. Play Norgard tomorrow, because you know what? That boy was the captain at Brentford. He's a leader. Play him.
I got mashed up there, Clark. Let's go into this. So we're talking about the Wolves game. God forbid this happens. Dan's coming back in. Yeah, God forbid this happens. I'm going to go to BBK first. For some reason or not, it's cagey. We don't eat our dinner. Martinelli hits the post. This guy doesn't eat the dinner. Gyökeres has a stinker. They score a cheap and nasty goal out of nowhere, and we draw the game. If we draw that game, BBK, where are we at? How are you feeling after that? Are we thinking the title's over? Are we feeling less positive? How are we feeling if we don't get the 3 points at Wolves, BBK, man?
If we don't get 3 points, then it's advantage Man City, because then if they win, it's a 2-point gap, and all of a sudden they don't need because we have to go to them. If we had already played them twice, then I'd feel differently about it. But we don't even need to lose, because that's the thing. We've wasted so many opportunities to pull ahead, to give ourselves a buffer that we know we might need. Now, when Positive Dan talks about the Premier League table and puts it in a vacuum and said, if someone told you at match week 23 would be 4 points clear, most Arsenal fans would take that. True, and that's a fair take. But take it out of a vacuum, and then let's not pretend like we didn't have 4 clear opportunities to widen that gap. The opportunities were there for us to go ahead. And we know, because the 6-point lead PTSD that I have is only for Man City. It's not for any other team. If it was Chelsea, Liverpool, I'd be giddy, because I don't think they can chase us down. I think Man City is the only team that can chase us down, because they have done it. We have seen them do it twice. So if we fail to maintain our 4-point gap on Wednesday versus Wolves, then I'm not saying throwing in the towel, because it's football. The ball is round and anything can happen. But yeah, it's a must win in the true sense of the word. And let me just touch on the agenda thing that Positive Dan alluded to earlier. Criticism of the manager is fair either side, positive or negative. An agenda comes in when people say shit like, even if he wins the league, then I want him sacked. And that's an agenda. That's too far for me. I don't go there.
Thank you.
I'm not saying,
Thank you.
I or more on the negative side. And the Premier League is not the end all be all for me, because I've said before the season started, if he wins a domestic cup double, I'm shutting up. But there are people who are very positive who are saying if he doesn't win the Premier League, he has to go. I don't see it that way. I can't be criticizing the manager all year long, then I'm leaving the party with 2 trophies and I'm still angry. So I'm different in that regard. But this way, I know we use the term must win loosely, but on Wednesday, it's a must win because the stakes are so high. We are postured to win. Because here's the thing, right? In the Champions League draw, that can be different. That can be tricky. From where we are right now, where we're postured, we don't need anyone's help to win these 2 trophies. We're in the final. It's up to us, and we're leading. So it's in our hands, literally. So must win in the true sense of the word. And I do think we'll go on to win it. And with the best defense in the Premier League, if you're going to play Zubimendi, Declan Rice, just as a lone 6, you put one lone 6 in front of the best defense, and you can have a go. Kill the game early. Because one of the things I think we're getting a lot of injuries is because we're not killing games off early. He was able to rotate at will yesterday because the game was done within 30 minutes.
Yes.
So if we do that against Wolves, then we can rotate because we have guys on the team who are match fit, but they're not match sharp. Norgard could use some match sharpness, and he showed yesterday when you play a high line and you dare him to play a ball over the top, he can do it. He did it. So must win. Let's take the game to him. This game shouldn't be going into the 78th minute 0-0.
I agree.
What do you think on that positive, Dan, man, my guy? If God
Yeah,
forbid
listen.
we don't get the 3 points.
Listen. If we don't get the 3 points, then I would then probably think to myself that we're not going to win this league. That's how I'd feel after that if we were to drop them points. And listen, if we drew the game, we would actually still be 5 points clear, but they would have a game in hand. So you're clinging on them, though, aren't you? And listen, had we won a league title before, 2 or 3 years ago, or last year, if we were champions now, there wouldn't be like this, even at the Emirates, right?
I agree.
And I'll touch on the Emirates thing as well, right, Dan? You got carried away, right? And I did say to you before, you didn't go to a game for how long? And I don't want this to sound like I go to matches. It's none of that. For years, I never went to matches. My dad goes here and there when I can get him a ticket. But you do. It's like BBK said earlier, the dopamine, and it does hit more when you're at the game and you come out. You've had a drink. You go 9 points clear. The dopamine is a bit different to sitting in your house. So I wouldn't worry about your video. But going back onto that point about all of us fans, how we see things, right? Like I said, at the grounds now, two years ago when we first started I know what you alluded to it, BBK, when we 50 points out of, what was it, something crazy, right? We had
19,
50, you know what I mean? So it was crazy start in 2022-23. We were phenomenal, right? But the fans, every game, because no one expected a title race, were just over the moon, and the football was brilliant as well. And every away ground, we were emptying it. We were scoring goals early. It was all now at the Emirates. And look, I think there may be a bit of entitlement. We're here now, and expectancy, but there's also that nervous now that if we don't win it, we're not just this young team that went close. We're in 2022-23, and Arteta can do his speech after and rally everyone. And then the season after, we've bought Declan Rice. Now, we've had last season where we effed up. Now, this team has to win. So, around the stadium now, it's a little bit more tense at the Emirates. It's not as vibrant as it was, And like BBK said, a lot of the games are going the distance. The longer the game goes, the more frustrated you get. And that's why I totally agree with him on the Wolves. Go and win that game. Go and score 2 goals early, like we did at Leeds. That Leeds game. I was trying to think. There's not been many games, because even games when we've won big against Villa, for example, I think we were drawing at halftime, and we won that game 4-1. So in the end, we had that elation. But Leeds is probably one of the only games where I could actually watch it and just be like chilled out throughout the whole game and just enjoy the game, because we were 2-0 up nice and early. They never looked like scoring. And that's what I want to see against Wolves on Wednesday.
Waffle, my bro, man. Nice of you to join us.
There you go.
Tell me how you're feeling, man. We're talking about the Wolves game. How you feeling about that game? Give us your breakdown. God forbid if we weren't to get the 3 points, how would you feel? Let us know, my brother. What's going on?
Yeah, man. Big up the chat, man. Big up the panel. Big up the big D's. Pause on that.
Yeah, that was mad.
Pause on that. Big up to the two Dans. Yeah. Pause
Big
on
up.
that. Big up to the two Dans in the building, man. James, SJ, obviously my brother in arms, BBK every time.
Waffle,
Football is
before you speak,
Oh,
you know
well,
what else-
He's just
you know
come
what
on,
else your
James.
No,
Bloody
wait.
hell,
You know what
James.
else on your show 2 days ago? No.
Yeah.
You know what was on your show 2 days ago? I remembered the name of the actor whose voice you sound like, apart from sounding like Barry White. Yeah? Earl James, who did Roots and Earl James did the voiceover for Roots and Darth Vader.
Oh yeah. I saw that comment.
Mufasa.
Yeah,
Mufasa as well, he done.
Yeah,
James Earl Jones.
Yeah. Big up,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Big up, man.
yeah.
You know what? As you lot have alluded to, this is a must-win game, innit? There's not much really more that I can actually break down about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like every game is a must-win game or a must-not-lose game because City are just around the corner, man. You know, City are a win or two away from us, so we have to approach every game as a must-win game. Wolves, we should be busting up Wolves on Wednesday. We just have to beat them, man. You know what I mean? Because if we don't beat them, then all of this predictions and we're gonna lose here, City's gonna win there, all of this is gonna be for nothing. I know Positive Dan likes to do the predictions of where teams might slip up and that, but it's very difficult to predict games at this stage of the season, man. It's you got to take into accountability as well. Yeah, the players have played a lot of games up to this point already, and there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, and it's just going to be difficult. You know what I mean? We might go into this game. So, for example, we might go into this game and we're speaking now. Yeah, we're going to go there and slap them up and all that. And it might just be like a 1-2-0 or 2-1 victory. You know, it might not be one of those very, it might not even be a good game. It might just be one of them boring spectacle games to watch. Or it might be exciting to watch. But a lot of our games haven't been exciting. You man go to games, innit? So you man probably know more, innit? But me watching from the TV, some of the games that I've seen this season have not been that great, not been great at all. So yeah, I just think we just got to do a professional job in it now, going from here to the end of the season. And I don't think we should keep looking at Man City, because every time we see Man City win a game, that feels like we just have to just keep going into our games, winning our games and improving, and the one player that I'm looking forward to, and I was saying this on my stream earlier, that I want to see Eze have a good run of games. Yeah, I want to see him in the team integrating, and confidence. I want to see that high confidence. I don't want to see him going into, if he starts on Wednesday, I don't want to see the confidence drop again and he's getting dropped at halftime, and then it's
Waffle. How did he look against Brentford from the TV, Eze, in your opinion?
He done a few things okay, but I find it hard to measure against a Brentford team, that are really good at home. Brentford are good at home, man. You know what I mean? They fight. They look more of a team that wanted to win that game. So I'm not gonna thing him out in that game, because it was one of them games, where we only had one shot on goal in the first half.
Yeah,
And
isn't it
goal
down to him though?
was like some header off the shoulder. Sometimes in games, this is what I'm saying. Sometimes the games we expect to win, we're not going to win. Yeah, we're not going to win every game to the end of the season. Yeah, I predicted we was going to beat Brentford 2-0, and look how wrong I was. You man were at the game. Yeah, You man, what the game you saw the game with your eyes. Your eyes, you man saw the game.
Boring
You didn't
game.
look on it, huh?
Boring game.
You said it was boring, yeah? You
I
thought it
was
was boring,
bored, yeah. Till we scored,
yeah.
I was bored.
But
That's
this is what these men do, though, isn't it? These men try to put us off our game, do the physical thing, set pieces. That's what they done. And you know what? They could have came out of that game and won that game. So I think every game we have is going to be a different challenge, isn't it? It's going to be a different challenge. Wolves is a different challenge. I don't rate their manager, but for some reason, yeah, Wolves play a style of football that it's for a team that's going down, yeah, their style of football is still decent. So you know, they've got that youngster up front now as well, who's probably looking
Marnie.
Yeah. They got
Hey,
so
listen, they've been all right in their last 5 or 6 games.
They play some decent football. They just don't get the
They're getting
results.
their best results of the season.
So we need to
So
watch
far
out
now.
when we go there. We definitely need to watch out when we go there.
Do you know what's mad with the Premier League, right? We could drop points against Wolves, yeah. We could just say we draw. Bad, terrible draw. Fan base is going mad. We'd be 5 points clear. City would have the game in hand. And then Sunday could come. We could beat Spurs. Man City play Newcastle. They could easily lose to Newcastle. And then suddenly it's been a good week. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I don't think they could. I don't think they could. I think things out.
Newcastle they've already beat them this season, Newcastle. There's no reason why Newcastle have
look
players.
Who's out. Look who's out of their midfield. Look who's injured. What's his name? Bruno.
The Mirrors, yeah.
Major problem.
Listen, football.
Who's going to replace him?
They could still go and get a result against Man City for sure.
I'm looking at what they've done to them in the Carabao Cup, and I'm not confident.
Not at Etihad.
They just win the FA Cup as well.
Yeah, I beg to differ. I think that's no. Listen, Newcastle at home, no matter who you are, that's not a straightforward victory. Like, it could be, but you can't say that Newcastle would have no chance in that game. Even Wolves have got a chance
at the Etihad. Didn't they get pammed like 4-0 last season from City? I'm sure
they got pammed in the Carabao Cup, but Dan's right. It's not straightforward as man's thinking.
No, I'm not saying it's straightforward, but I'm at the point now where
early,
City are just going to win games, isn't it? And I'm just not going to be disappointed because they're going to win their games. They're going to win certain games that we expect them to drop points in. I can see. I think
what Dan is getting to is Manchester City hosting Newcastle is a higher chance of dropping points than us at Wolves.
Yes.
Yeah. So
100%.
I agree with that. I agree with this.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying how the Premier League goes. Like, no one would have expected them after the 74th minute, 1-0 down at Anfield. They haven't, apart from the COVID year, which don't even count. Liverpool were champions already. You know what I mean? They were on a holiday. There was no fans. They hadn't won at Anfield in like 12, 13 years or something, maybe even longer. So no one was expecting them to turn around and win that game. They done it. Credit to them. I'm just saying how the Premier League, we were 9 points clear. They had got a tough game the next day. We're all feeling like, this could have been the turning point. And listen, when they dropped points to Spurs, bleeding 2-0, a lot of people kind of said that was, Sky had Jamie Redknapp saying it's done. Paul Merson, this is the week where it's all done. A week later, the gap was still 6 points. The gap was still 6 points, but because they won in the fashion they did, it then changed to Arsenal need to look over their shoulder. But the gap was still 6 points. Obviously now it's 4, but it's been 6, 4, 7. That's how it's been the whole time. It even went down to 2 at one point, and everyone was having a panicking around Christmas time, I think it was, or just before then.
You know what? I've just got that feeling, yeah. I don't know about you guys, yeah. I just got that feeling that everyone's opposition teams now are on their knees now for City now. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just got a feeling like City are just gonna get their 1-0, 2-0, whatever victories now. So that's why we have to match their score lines and we've got to win our games equally, because I think City are going to go on a little maybe 4-5 game run now, but I've been wrong before, so I just can't see them dropping many points in the next 4-5 games.
I hope you're not wrong when the point you made earlier, Waffle Down, when you said that Eze needs to get a run in the team, because if I were to ask the panel, them on the panel, what of our biggest performances this season, and I throw a couple of games out there, our biggest and best performances of the season were probably the North London derby, Atletico Madrid at the Emirates, Bayern Munich at the Emirates, San Siro away. Those performances were, given the level of competition, we blitzed those teams and we played well.
And Aston Villa as well. Aston Villa as well, because
Aston Villa at home was a great result. But those other games, those Champions League games in the North London derby, I picked those games because Eze was the starting of all those games. So you give him a run of games, and I think the Eze thing with me is it looks like it's a classic case of want and need. Mikel Arteta's want for control directly conflicts Eze's need for freedom of expression. And until they find the right balance there, it's always going to look like Eze is out there trying too hard not to make a mistake. And when you're playing not to make a mistake, it's very difficult because he's an inflow guy. But we see this guy for club and country play above the level. Let me take you back to last year for the FA Cup run. It wasn't an easy run-in for Palace. In the quarterfinals, they had Fulham. Eze scored, bang. In the semis against Villa, he scored, bang. In the final against Man City, he scores. He does this type of stuff. We just have to give him the platform to perform. I think he can do that.
Can I make one point about Eze? And I want to ask a question of the panel about Arteta and the tactics. Regarding Eze, the only 3 contributions he's made this season: Tottenham game, Palace game, and assist in the Forest game. In the other games, he's been a passenger. Now,
Newcastle.
That's unfair. I think that's unfair.
He wasn't a passenger for Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid. He was linking things up and sourcing out there, James.
He came on and said it was a point against City.
Wait. In the majority of the league games, right? And I've said this before, so I'm not just saying it because BB said it now.
Spots?
That you have to blend him into the system. I think there's a deep psychological issue there because a guy who's one of the most talented footballers in English football has done at international level as well, led a club smaller than Arsenal, like Crystal Palace, against big teams. How he's gone from that to where he's at Arsenal, where, okay, Gunnar Lee said it on the AFTV Watch Along. You got to think to Laurie is this. You're right, Waffle and BB. You've got to give people a run, but can we afford to do that? He went about 6 games where he got no minutes. If you are starving like that, then you're thrown onto a pitch. But then I'll throw another thing into the spanner into the works. He's 27, 28, international, done it at Palace, done it times at Arsenal. Mascara was 20 when he came to Arsenal, came on against Liverpool. Look at his mentality. He's talented, but you see, you can have talent, but you can be the most talented, but the most powerful weapon you have is your brain and your application. Mascara has never let this team down, right? So I think when it comes to Eze, the wingers are quick. There's something there mentally where he looks lost a lot of times, like a ghost. And he's the most talented specimen on that pitch. So something there. The question I want to ask, though, I called out Arteta at times when his tactics were negative, okay? He has shocked me the last month and a half because he did take his hand off the brake. Sunderland, Leeds, Wigan.
James, what's the question, my brother? You said you got a question.
Will Arteta start being more versatile in his tactics and not be so cautious when it comes to games where you need to win and attack?
Go on, SJ.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the answer to that question. I'm glad you asked the question because I keep seeing Arteta to take the shackles off, but I don't know what that means because we're not like a team that holds people back. We literally leave 2 defenders at the back, Gabriel and Saliba, for everyone else forward. So it's not like a tactical, okay, we hold the defense and we're going to attack with 3 players.
I know. This narrative that we're a defensive team is the most stupid thing I've ever heard.
I don't understand. So hopefully someone can answer it for me because I don't know the answer to that.
Okay. Look, the way I'm asking it is this. this side passing resurfaced against Brentford. That's what I'm chatting about. Against Brentford, the long shots went out the window. The side passing came back. That's what I'm saying to you.
I think that's.
I can't deny the fact you can't. Esther,
How
you
many
come in and you
opportunities
say,
did Arsenal have to take long shots though in that Brentford game? I don't think they had many.
all I'm saying is you can
Brentford
say
was
that
set up really well.
forward, but there are games where we are not attacking as much as you want to say. It's a lot of recycling sideways. I can see what you're saying, James. A lot of the times we do look defensive. It's like we're
That's
playing
not defensive, though.
concede.
That's not defensive football. Is
Go
setting
on.
up a low. Is setting up a low block. What
No, it's not.
we
not.
go up against every weekend. Yes, it is.
It's
That's
not.
what
It's not.
defensive football is.
That's
It
the
is.
extreme side of
Teams that play
defensive
five at the
football.
back, defend, sit in, and try and hit you on the counter. Counter-attacking football is essentially defensive football. Exciting defensive football. That's what it is. We don't play like that.
So
We
you
play
don't
to
look at
keep
none
the
of our
ball,
games this
keep the-
season and say we could have gone for it more, i.e. the Liverpool game away. What would you say that was performance-wise?
I say that was two top teams cancelling each other out. And it happens. I've seen it happen with Man City and Liverpool before. I've seen their games be like
So
that,
you
where
ain't watched one game this season where you said we could have
respect.
attacked a bit more and gone for it a
Yes,
bit more.
of course we could have attacked more. 100%. We may have let in a goal though. We may have let in a goal and lost the game instead of drew it, or we may have not won that game that we went on to win. So listen, at the end of the day, is he going to change? No. Why would he change right now when in the position we're in? Certain games, I would expect him to definitely be going to Wolves and saying, right, you attack and you attack and you attack and you kill them, like BBK said. That's what I'll expect, and that's what I think will happen, just like it did happen at Leeds. Now, there's other games which has worked so far. You know, it's like imagine you're in a job and you're doing really well and you're smashing it. You're fighting. You know, there's competitions up for grabs, and you're favorite to win all of them. Would you start? You know, say you're selling houses, start changing your strategy. Change your strategy. No, you wouldn't. So I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to change anything. Listen,
I think JT said it good there.
Hold
It's
on, hold on, Dan. Let me finish.
You're right.
Let me finish. Yeah, risk averse. Yeah, if game. Say we're in a championship game and we lose the first leg 2-0. I would like to think that, you know, at some point you would change it. But you go back to George Graham, even. We had to win 2-0 in 1989. What did George Graham say? He said, his literal team talk was keep it tight, stay in the game. They'll get nervous, try and get into halftime at 0-0. And he was over the moon. We got in at halftime 0-0. Then we scored the first, and then it's up for grabs now. Mickey Thomas, we all know the rest. So look, George, like, we've played all different football under Arteta, and this is what I like about Arteta. You know, when he first came, he realised he didn't have the players he wanted, and he actually played five at the back. And it was a counter-attacking style with Aubameyang. We won the FA Cup like that, beating Chelsea, beating Manchester City, Pep Guardiola in the semi-finals at Wembley, who will be playing them. By the way, Mikel Arteta's record at Wembley is nothing short of phenomenal, because he's played the FA Cup final there, he won the semi-final there, he won, I think, 3 Community Shields he won there. He won as a player there, as a captain. He won twice. So I think he's had, like, player and manager. He's played 7 or 8 times at Wembley, won every single one of them. So hopefully that bodes well for us when the final comes around. Listen, we've got so much to play for this season. So much to play for. And as a fan, you can't ask for anything else to be involved in all of these big games. The first final of the season, we're in it. You know, we're through in the Champions League without any of these playoffs. At Newcastle are in the playoffs tomorrow, going and travelling to Quagbrag, you know. So we're in a great position, man. And let's just hope that we can, on Wednesday, we put it back to 7 points, put the pressure back over to them. And listen, if they only get a draw, if we do that and then they only draw, I think, do they play first or we play first? They play first, right? They play Newcastle on Saturday, right?
Yeah, they play first.
So, you know, the pressure could be back onto us. It could be down. Listen, it's in a title race. This is a proper title race. And, you know, one thing that will come out of it, if we do get pushed the whole way and we win it, that narrative of, oh, it was a shit season, oh, City fell off, it's not really going to work, is it? You know, because
can't say that no more.
Last season, never did I once, because I know I know that this team's going to win the Premier League. It's only a matter of time, right? And
you know, yeah,
I did not sit there ever once on any stream or even to fans and say, Liverpool is a crap league like this. I think that's the most poorest, laziest narrative. And listen, I get we're going to poke fun at each other as rival fans, but when you hear people really
that Liverpool fell off and Man City are not the same Man City, Dan, you can't deny that.
They're not the same Man City, but they're the Man City that have won 6 out of the last 7 titles. The Man City, they've still got a core of them players that won the treble. They've still got the best striker,
Yeah,
in
Man
my
City that
opinion,
fell off
in
last
Europe.
season, failed miserably last season, first time ever. Dan, stop playing it down,
No,
Dan.
hold on, Dan.
Playing it down. Don't play it down, bro.
Dan, listen,
Man
you've been
City
saying,
have been poor.
listen, bro, you've been saying
That's
in
it.
every stream, about Pep Guardiola falling off. You might have said that. I've not heard anyone said that. You've said to me that the media said it, everyone was saying it. Who was saying it? No one has questioned Pep Guardiola. No one has said Pep.
Loads of people question Pep. What are you talking about? Their own fans.
There's been
Man
jokes
City
when he was
Steve, what's his
scratching
name?
his head and that, whatever.
The Man City fan, he's questioning him. What are we
But
doing there?
whatever that guy's, I don't take anything he says seriously. At the end of the day, Man City have got the best striker in Europe. They've got a Ballon d'Or winner in Rodri. They've got Pep Guardiola, the greatest manager of all time. I never bought into this stuff about City are totally finished. They've just gone and bought.
But the only reason look, he's gone mute. Thank God for that. The only reason you're doing that now, Dan, is because Man City look like they're coming back. That's the only. You weren't talking like this before. You was not talking like this before when Man City were down there. Now that they've beaten Liverpool and they've beaten Fulham and you're wetting your pants now, yeah, now you're talking like this. What are we doing here, Dan? Dan, you got to go back out and come back in, my bro. Do you understand? I don't know. Maybe I'm going mad, but I think Man City.
No, Daniel, you're right. Daniel, you're right.
And this season it's not the same Man City.
I was getting nervous, mate.
Daniel, you're right. The media has been saying, lining up who's going to be the next Man City manager, that Pep's had enough. And one of the things that I find so annoying, man, the way they put a twist on everything, right? Man City did not perform at Anfield. Liverpool never turned, 11 games unbeaten. Liverpool did not turn up the first half. They played Calamity Jones towards the end. Man City won that game by default. I know what Daniel's saying, that they got all this in the back, but look at the teams that have come at Man City this year, and Man City have crumbled. 2-0 up against Tottenham, 2-0 up against Leeds United, both in your own yard, yeah? And Man City can be got at, right? So this wonderful team.
James, you've said it on the stream as well, and it annoys me when you say it, but it's just what you think. Fair enough. Man City are finished. Man City are crap. You can say what you want, negative, Dan, mate. Never once have I said Man City are shit, because
you said you're not worried about them.
Listen,
I can bring up all the clips that you saying they're not the same team. I don't rate Man City. I can't see them. I can't see them.
The question is, are we going Etihad to get 3 points?
Well, that would depend how many points were clear. Really,
don't depend on nothing. Just answer, are we going there to get the 3 points?
No, what that did.
Listen. If Arsenal
what that depends on is Arteta's mindset.
James, let me finish. That would depend. If we're 7 points clear by then, we're 4. It could easily go back to 7. If we are, then obviously a draw would not be a bad result at all.
No.
We'd have to play that smart.
3 points. I'm going for 3 points.
Yeah, but if the game's 1-1 and it's the 85th minute, you ain't gonna go on to try and win the game, are you?
No, but the initial plan is to go
initial plan,
and win that game. We need to go to that
game to win it. But
beat
also,
Man City.
Dan also, with Man City.
Look, JT, look, he's been there. Look, no, Dan, 100%. You said it positive, Dan. Might not be the what you did.
Listen,
you've been writing Man City off all season, Dan.
No. I've not been writing Man City off, bro. You've been writing them off. You've been writing them off.
Rodriguez's comment.
I've always said that it will be Arsenal and City for the title. That's what I said. As soon as Liverpool were gone, I said the only team that
you said
that
they'll be
at, like BBK said,
they're giving us a guard of honor.
Why do none of you on this panel? Why do any of you on this panel have any chest when we go to Etihad? You're talking about point, draw, and all that kind of stuff. Why can we not go there and beat Man City? I'm sick of this. I want
to beat them at Wembley.
No. I'll tell you why. Waffle. Yeah. Wait. Let me answer that, Daniel. Waffle. I know what you're saying, right? This is the key question about the Etihad game. It depends on what tactics and mindset that Mikel Arteta goes there with. Now, we don't know. There's about 5-6 games till that game comes up, right? When's the last time Arsenal... Do you remember that game when they equalised in the last second?
We've got a cup final before that, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but Daniel...
One sec. Before we
another
go
issue.
Hey Dan, I've got another one of those. Guess the player. I've got all my facts right this time, Dan. I've got all my facts right.
I hope you have, mate.
Yeah, I've got all my facts right. So we're
But
gonna
Dan,
go.
also, I know I want to come back to you. Yeah, obviously, let's not forget as well that Man City have just gone and spent 70 million on Semenyo, and then they've got England's best centre back as well. So this Man City team, and like you said, they've got players that are coming back now, right? And I was
Are
saying,
you a bit concerned, Dan? It sounds like you're a
Are we
bit
scared,
concerned.
Dan? Are we scared of them, Dan?
listen, I'm not scared of Man City. Why should I be scared of Man City? Right now, I'm all about Arsenal. I'm all about what my club's going to do. You know, is there a bit of PTSD there of Man City? Of course they are. When I see Man City scoring a goal and the blue shirts and Haaland and all of that, of course. When I see them lose, I'm more happy than when I see any other team lose.
You know, when they came to the Emirates this season, Dan, yeah, they scored and they went into a low block.
Exactly.
When we go there, we do the same thing.
That's the least amount of possession a Pep Guardiola side has ever had in over 600 games. I think he had managed at that point, and that's the least.
And you know what they're gonna do this season? Do you know what they're gonna do this season? Because if we get to that stadium, and the points is, as you say, 3-7, whatever points, yeah, they're gonna still try and win the game. Yeah.
Yeah, they will have to. They're at home chasing us.
I think we need to win that game regardless, man. Seriously, because
Waffle.
Hold on.
We've done that last season. We messed up.
I just want to get everything one thing right for the panel and the stream. When I'm saying that Man City are still a good side, the reason I'm saying this, right, is one, because they are, but two, because when we do win this Premier League title, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about, oh, Man City, they're not the same Man City, they're not this, they're not that. Like I said,
no one's debating.
No, hold on. I'm saying this so when we win it, I can turn around and still say, yeah, we beat. I don't want them to get deducted any points. I didn't want them to get deducted points when we were up against them last season, and these charges hanging over them. And I don't want them to lose Pep. I want to beat Man City with Pep Guardiola. I want Arteta to beat Pep, and I want Arsenal to beat Man City, a good version of Man City. And they are still a good side. No matter what people say, they've won 6 out of the last 7 league titles. You can't turn around and just say Man City are crap. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why Arsenal won the Premier League. No, when we win this Premier League, we'll have done it by beating one of the greatest sides in Premier League history. With one of the best strikers, one of the best midfielders, one of the best managers. It'll be a monumental achievement if Arteta, Pep's former assistant manager, who left him and to go bring Arsenal back, put Arsenal on his back, brought us back to where we are. If he does it, it'll be a managerial masterstroke. And if Arsenal can go on and win this Premier League, we'll have done it against a good Man City side. We'll have done it against the champions that have just spent 500 million in the summer, the most ever spent by a team in one window. So it won't be no fluky win. It'll be a great Premier League win.
Right.
Hold on. And that's why I tell people that this is a good Man City side. A Man City side that come from behind to go and beat Liverpool and show balls, put their nuts on the table. That's why I say it. I say this. It doesn't matter. I say this. Listen, they're by nowhere near one of the most fluid, best Man City sides. Listen, they've had so many good sides. I'm not saying but they're still a top team, just like Arsenal. We were probably better in 23-24. On the eye, we were definitely better 22-23. But if this team goes on to win the Premier League, it'll be the best team that Arteta's ever had. Yeah, simple as that.
I'm going to ask you a question. Waffle was on about very good point, Waffle, about when we go to the Etihad, Daniels and everyone, SJ and BB, about the mentality Arteta when he plays games like that. But I will say this, Daniel, I'm not dissing you about what you're saying, but I'll tell you what, mate, I will never respect those cheating, mercenary, state-run team, right, who are an abomination when it comes to football history, right? Liverpool would have had 2 titles, we would have had 3. They are a disgrace to football.
I disagree with you.
Keeps out.
I disagree.
Abomination.
I disagree. See me, I've never been one of them people, you know. At the end of the day, whether if they spent more than they should have, yeah, then whatever. It technically is cheating and that. But at the end of the day,
they're cheats.
But then players still went out and won the league. So I would never ever want if we lost the title by 3 points, and then after I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me.
Daniel, that's like me playing you at Monopoly, and I've got 10 Mayfairs and Park Lanes, and you've got 1 Old Kent Road. You cheats, mate.
Yeah, look, listen. If they've broken the rules, then then they are cheats. But I wouldn't be claiming a title from 2 years ago. I just wouldn't. I don't know about you guys. I just wouldn't.
Anyway, what do the panel think if it's level like Daniel's saying there, like with Waffle and the other guys, SJ and BB? Do you think recently? I think Arteta has shown that he's not always stubborn. He can let the break off. If it's close, say where the scenario is we're 3 points in front or we're level, what mindset and tactics do you think Arteta will use based on what he's done in the past when we play at the Etihad?
Silence in the camp. What's going on?
It's going to be the same, isn't it? It's going
It's
to be the
gonna
same.
be the same.
Listen,
It's going to be the
you
same.
see with us.
He had to go gun ho anyway. Let's be serious, innit? So if he goes into that game cautious, I'm not going to be that upset, but I still want us to go for it. But it's got to be controlled and it's got to be professional against Man City. We know this.
Who's beating City at the Etihad this season? Spurs.
Yes,
That was 2-2. No, Waffle. They drew 2-2. Usually,
that was Spurs' grand.
Spurs beat them. Spurs beat them in the start of the season.
Yeah, 4-0.
Oh, right. Yeah.
At Tottenham.
Oh, sorry.
I think we both only lost one game at home, innit?
Really?
Or was there someone else who beat them there?
Oh,
Yeah, they've only lost one game at home. They've only lost
They've
one.
only
They've only lost
game
one.
at
We've
home.
only lost one.
Yeah,
Oh,
we both lost one
okay.
at home. Yeah.
Mm.
Waffle, what would you like to happen?
Dan, should I get into this guess the player now?
One sec, Lee saying Brighton. Where did Brighton? Was that at Brighton though? I think.
Nah, City
Yeah,
only lost one home game. You're
Yeah, I
right.
thought so,
They've
yeah.
only lost
Yeah,
one home game.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
All right, so we're
Go
going
on,
to get
Dan.
to
Let's
the
go.
show. Guess the player. I'm going to give you some clues. And yeah, see if you can get the player. Last week, I didn't get all my facts right, so that's the reason why Dan said he couldn't get it. I'll give you that one, Dan. But yeah, let's go. Let's go. I'm sure this is the harder version of it.
Is this to the panel?
Pause. All right, here we go.
Is this to me, Dan, or is it to everyone?
It's the whole panel, isn't it?
Oh, go on.
So I arrived in North London after a trial that didn't exactly go to plan. Let me know if anything comes.
Ibrahimovic.
Nope, that's wrong.
So play that.
Colo Toure. I got it already, bro. Come on, mate.
Oh my god!
Come on, mate. Come on.
He's got it. Was that an easy clue, Dan?
Had the answers to the test.
What?
Damn, man, that's poor, man. Seriously.
We saying that was poor. I've got another one. No, I've got another one.
Okay.
I come prepared. Don't worry. I'm not going to read out the easy ones. I spent my entire professional playing career at one club.
Is that the only clue?
No, I've got more.
Oh.
Discipline and organization were my trademarks.
Tony Adams.
He's got it.
Yeah.
What? Dan, what are these?
I swear, I was about to yell Tony.
There you go. Yeah.
That's his guy, though, Tony Adams.
Yeah.
The modern day
Yeah.
Tony Adams.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to know that one.
Yeah. Positive, Dan.
I've
Don't
got
mess
one.
with the Greek god.
I've got one off the top of my head.
Go on.
Right.
Played for Arsenal, right?
Go on.
Then left Arsenal, went to another English team, came back to Arsenal.
Martin Keown.
There you go. Yes, James.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't play about with James, you know.
Right.
No,
Greek god by name, Greek god by nature.
All right, Dan, I've said this one before on stream. You probably know it. Who are the two players? Who are the two people, I should say, to win the FA Cup as a player and as a manager?
George Graham
Arteta.
There you go.
and Arteta.
Yes.
George Graham and Arteta.
Yeah. Well done.
I'm
SJ
gonna
was
have
in
to
there as
get
well.
Hat-trick.
a lot harder.
Positive, Dan. You're in the bin, son. Hat trick.
Big up, man.
Any more, Dan?
Okay, I've got one. In So I'm the person, yeah. So I'm just gonna say it like that. When I signed for Arsenal, Dennis Bergkamp and a few of the other boys, Ray Parlour, one of the main ones, they all told Arsene Wenger I was brilliant. Although they all thought I was actually crap, right? And I ended up getting a really good deal, and I signed a 4-year deal or something with Arsenal. No one could believe that it got it, and Wenger was saying, "What do you think about this player?" And all the players were going, "Yeah, he's brilliant." And the reason they were saying that is because he played in Martin Keown's position. Who was it? Someone's got it in the chat. There we go. They've got it in the chat.
Igor Stefanos.
Yeah.
Igor.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? Yeah. I went to see Ray Parlour. He does this thing in Essex in a restaurant, and you sit down and like he just tells stories and that you have a beer, and that's brilliant. And
His nickname is the Romford Pele.
Yes, it is.
I got one.
Go on.
I played with Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard.
Is this an Arsenal player though? Yeah.
Yeah, Arsenal. Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, and Javier Mascherano. Who am I?
What?
Oh, he's no. He's that young, light-skinned black boy. He's a winger, and he scored a hat-trick against Liverpool when he played for Arsenal. Oh shit, what's his name?
Pennant.
Jermaine Pennant.
Yeah,
Hey, James gets so excited with these answers.
I was thinking of.
He didn't play with Lampard.
They said it in the chat. Yossi Benayoun.
Yeah, Lee got in the chat.
Yeah, yes, Lee.
Like, who is this Lee guy?
That's my guy, bro. Lee knows his stuff, bro. Trust me, bro.
Forget those names.
He's been on it.
He's Mr.
Big
Arsenal.
up Lee. Big up Lee FC.
All right, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna do our combined starting 11. Should we all do our own one, Dan, or just combine it together?
Yeah, I think combine it together, innit? And we can all say why if people we can debate about it, innit?
Combine 11 with who?
For the Wolves
Not
game.
combined 11. I started 11.
Oh, okay. I'm like, it's Arsenal 11, bro.
There's only one Wolves player, that's Marnie.
No.
Yeah.
I ain't taking any of them. None.
Yeah, so what we doing?
Can I ask a quick question of BB?
Mm-hmm.
So, when you watch Arsenal games, you must have to get up in the middle of the night.
4:30.
Bloody hell, man!
I've never missed one.
What sort of game would that be? Is that like for a 3 o'clock kickoff or?
Nah, for the early kickoffs, but for the 3 o'clock kickoffs, it's still like 7, 8 a.m. I've never missed one still.
Big up, man.
Yeah.
Love
Man.
that.
Do you go BB to NFL and NBA games as well?
Yeah, I go to NBA games. I do NBA content. I do NFL content. So yeah, I consume
What's your channel? I want because I'm into all that. What's your channel?
It's BBK Sports. You're fine.
Okay.
BBK Sports is there,
Okay.
man.
Not BBK Sports.
Yeah, not BB, James.
Not bad B.
Sorry.
BBK.
No, say it again. Waffle, say it again. Sorry.
BBK Sports.
Okay.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Kilo Sports.
Are you ever? Do you do a
Is
show?
that the famous Charlie, Dan?
Yeah, bro, man.
Yeah.
When you're coming
Are
back
you
on,
done
man,
a Solver Char, man? You was on our show every week and then you just went missing, man. Seriously,
innit,
man.
He's named after Charlie George as well, bro. So listen, hopefully we can get him on soon.
That's awesome.
Char, you better be on next week Monday, bro.
He's just had a baby, innit?
So you see what
Hey, look, boy,
Rodriguez comment with the BBC Sports. The C was taken, so I had to use K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get me in.
He said, get me in.
Daniel, you missed
Miss
that,
it
right?
first, though, Char, yeah? Don't want to get you in trouble. Let her ask her if it's all right for you to come on next Monday, man.
Wait, I just touched on negative, Dan, where you got your intel from about Ty and his Valentine, because you spent time with Cecil, innit? Yeah, I know what's going down.
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much, man. I'm not going to say
That's
too
right.
much. BBL Sports would attract more views to curiosity.
I'm the wrong gender. Wrong gender for that.
Hey, Rodriguez
Right,
is in the chat, man.
Yeah, listen,
Yeah,
I want
Rodriguez
to
can play, you know.
obviously obviously we're gonna start finishing up soon. So I want to thank obviously everyone for coming on, being on there for nearly 2 hours. So I want to thank all of you guys for coming on. I want to thank every single person in the chat, everyone who's dropped a like, everyone who's dropped one comment. Appreciate it, man. Try and get us to 2K. That's the next landmark. We're on 1,500. Trying to get to 2K subs. So if you can like and subscribe, if you're watching on a replay, send it to your friends. But yeah, Dan, let's get into it. What was we going to do? We was going to do the starting 11. So I think
Starting 11. I think we're
all
all pretty.
in the goalkeeper.
Yeah, goalkeeper, Raya, Timber.
Like 5 picks itself. Really.
Before you do it, right?
Oh, bloody hell, James.
Wait. Respect your elders. Young Denzel Washington, yeah? Right? You got Barry White below you. He's going to give you a clap, right? Listen, right? And Earl James, right? And BB will slap you from the States, right? And SJ's the silent assassin, right? Anyway, right, listen. We play Wolves on Wednesday. Our next game, what day is it on? Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
It's Tottenham, mate. It's the North London fucking.
No, I know. You respect your elders as well. Anyway, go on, carry on.
Hold on, I just want to
All
say.
right, I got a question for you. Who scored the last game who scored the last goal in the North London derby?
Eze.
No, wasn't. He got, oh God.
Last goal in the North. What, the one that just passed me, Waffle?
No, the one at what's their grounds? The Tottenham Hotspur grounds.
The Tottenham grounds.
Gabriel corner.
That's it.
Gabriel, yeah.
See? Silent assassin. See? Silent assassin, SJ.
He scored there. Yeah, I think he scored there twice. Did he? We won 3-2 the year before. Did he score in that one as well? I think Havertz scored from a corner. I think we got 2 goals from corners.
Yeah. Oh, one quick question, Daniel. When's Havertz back?
I think apparently after Tottenham, so that would be looking like the Chelsea game.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So we're going Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel. Who's playing left back? Who are you going for left back? If Calafiori's fit, you going with him or Hincapié?
Hincapié.
Yeah.
Because it's Wolves and Hincapié, but against Tottenham, I'll be going with Calafiori. But that's another stream.
He's injured, man.
Yeah, they said he might be back.
Is that because none of you are impressed with Skelly's performance yesterday?
I thought Skelly was good, but
that's a good point, you know.
Do you remember Waffle? Wait, Daniel, he got caught in possession yesterday as well. You know what? Last year the guy was magnificent, right? This year, I don't know what's happened to him psychologically, because when he's played, he was getting caught in possession. He was making the wrong pass. It's like, do you know what? You don't become a crap player, man. Him and Eze is something psychological. Like Waffle when he believed in Gyökeres and no one else did.
You know, it's funny here. You got AFC always saying, "Who cares about Havertz?" Well, I certainly care about him. And then
No, of course, yeah.
Saying, "Ben Havertz, let him stay sidelined." When I've always said we're a better team with Kai Havertz in the team, and I think that's been a little bit proved so far this season. When he's come into the team, we've looked better. You know, Gyökeres has looked a lot better with him. So
yes,
yeah,
he's the only one that unleashed Gyökeres.
Because they've once said he was crap. Havertz could score 10 in a row and win us the league.
Agenda.
So
yeah, Daniel, you're right. Havertz is a unique ability, right? He's not a striker, he's not a midfielder, he's not a 10. He's got that unique, free-flowing Beckenbauer football, and he unleashed the beast that Waffle believed in. That is Gyökeres.
Did he get sent off last year against Wolves? Shouldn't have got sent off, but did get sent off, right?
I think so.
When Michael Oliver was hiding out in his ass, he was getting
the card got rescinded though. They rescinded.
Another referee on Man City's payroll, corrupt cheat.
I think we've got 4 red cards in our last 5 games at Wolves, which is
that's not good.
None this season.
You had the one last season. You had the Martinelli one, the double yellow, stupid one, and
that was crazy. Yeah,
going back to
that was a mushroom one, and I remember.
James, in midfield 3, James, who are you going for, my friend?
Right, Odegaard's out the picture. I wasn't even in the last squad, and he's not. He's a better presser. Sorry, in that Caribbean slang, that sounds a sexual connotation. So I better pause there.
No,
Right.
Odegaard's all right, man. He come on.
No. It's not. Eze pressed yesterday, right, and tackled as well, right. So I would go with what SJ said and play, because it's Wolves, play Norgard instead of Zubimendi on the bench, because when he came on yesterday, Zubimendi, he was spraying the ball around like a European Spanish champion winner that he is.
Rodriguez, I turned down his mic a little bit. Sorry, James, go on.
Sorry. Norgard is a leader, play him in midfield, play Declan Rice as at a rest, and play Eze. That's my midfield negative, Daniel.
Wait, say that again. Three players again.
Norgard, Rice, and Eze.
Do you know what? Yeah,
That's a decent team.
Just thinking now, though. I'm just thinking about the start, the main 11. But hold on a minute.
Yeah,
we've got a North London derby on Sunday. And listen, I know it's Spurs 3-point lane, and we're going there, we can win it. It's still a North London derby. They've got a new manager. The new manager bounced all of that. Do you know what? I don't know, guys. Do you think like you could we risk a Saliba or Gabriel in this game?
Oh, nah, I'm going full strength.
Daniel,
Me personally, I'm going full strength. Zubimendi, Rice. I want to see them all out there. That's it.
But Daniel, there's an interesting aspect here.
Do Spurs play midweek?
Saliba, no, Daniel, you're right. Saliba is not fully fit yet, right? Saliba is not fully fit. Saliba's not fully fit, right? So that's why Mascara started, played 2 games, he's playing at a high level. Is Saliba a risk to start? Maybe still play Mascara.
Oh, what? We're the only ones that play, yeah?
Yep. Yes, it's a rearranged game. It's a rearranged fixture. It's not a midweek game.
Okay. Man City were meant to play. They were meant to play Palace, though, weren't they?
Yeah, because Palace were in the playoffs, so they can't move it just yet.
Yeah. So what? So why was only Arsenal Man City playing though?
Because we're Arsenal.
The cup finals on that weekend, so they got to move it.
Oh yeah, that's why a cup final. Yeah, that's why.
But yeah, I agree. I'll start Norgard, Declan Rice.
You're starting Norgard as well.
Yeah, do you know what? I think Zubi's played a lot of minutes. Someone might fact check me, but I think he might have played our most minutes this season, Zubi. You know, we're seeing him fresh for the Tottenham game, which I think is a bigger game. And Norgard, he's competent. Like, let's not overlook. He's not a dead player. He can get the ball and pass it to our main players. He can pass out to the right, to the left. You know what I mean? And I think he's good in the press. I think he's a very good ball winner, Norgard. Alongside Declan Rice, I think a lot of players overperformed for Declan Rice, because that Brentford game, he was carrying a team on his back, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And other players weren't really along with him. So I know someone's in the chat, rest Declan Rice, but I don't think we can afford to do so. I agree with really Schooner. We have to play our strongest team if we can for the foreseeable future of the season. But yeah, I definitely play Norgard. Just give Zubi a rest, bring him back in against Tottenham fresh, and take it from there.
And I'll tell you what, SJ's right. This will play him as the pivot. That will release the box-to-box Declan Rice and the talented creator Eze.
All right.
I was top goal scorer in League One before I joined Arsenal. Top goal scorer with 24 league goals. Then I joined Arsenal. Who am I? Negative Dan. I'm asking you.
Wait,
top
goal scorer.
You lot don't say that. I'm asking negative Dan.
Top goal scorer in League.
I was top scorer in 24 goals. Yeah, League.
I know the answer to this.
Yeah, most of you do. So I want to see if Dan gets it. So.
Lacazette.
Nope.
Aubameyang.
Nope. Got him from Dortmund, mate. What's going on, Dan?
1 sec.
His team was Montpellier.
Oh, Giroud.
Oh, yeah. Finally got it. Anyway, go on. Carry on.
I like that, man.
Montpellier.
I know ball.
Even
David Arsenal said Lacazette.
Yeah, positive Dan, you're so bad, man. Instead of saying to your brother negative Dan, oh, well done, you got there eventually. He looked so gutted that he got it right.
Do you see
Hey,
it?
are we
Or-
gonna finish
You
this,
see how upset he was?
Yeah,
You see
he's
that?
so upset,
there, Nick.
man. It's
I
like
was
he took his
disappointed.
sweets
Haterade,
away.
freaking haterade over there, man.
Negative Dad, it's like he took his sweets away.
Then it's
So
actually
what-
called Montpellier. It's not called
So-
Montpellier. It's
So
Montpellier.
what midfield are we? Well, what is everyone agreeing on that? Would we all like to see Norgard play then?
Yeah.
BBK, you don't look too sure.
Yeah, it's not that I'm too sure. It's that I don't think against Wolves we need 2 DMs in front of the best defense in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
we can-
That's true.
I think we can sit one of them, play one DM, and play 2 10s. Like there's talk of, is Odegaard fit? If he's not, you play him and Eze. Because I really think Odegaard can actually be useful when he's not the sole creative player on the pitch.
Yeah,
If he has another
yeah,
creative
yeah.
outlet, he can actually
Yeah.
cook. I don't
Yeah.
think we're gonna have 70% possession of the ball. Like, we do not need Zubimendi and Declan Rice, especially since
Yeah.
you brought up the North London Derby 3 days later. I think we can get away with 1-6. We
Well,
have
BB,
top defense. You know what I mean? So
BB, why don't we do what you said at the start of the show? Play Saka and Eze in midfield,
fine with
and
that. I'm one of the 6.
Norgard at the back. What about that?
Yeah, I'm
What-
fine
no
with that. As long
right.
as there's one DM in front of our defense and we play 2 10s or an attacking 8 and we attack them. I
Yeah.
just don't think we need to, because against Man City, against Tottenham, we're gonna have the 2 DMs or the 6 and the 8. I don't think we need
Yeah.
that against Wolves. I'm sorry. It's no disrespect to Wolves, but I don't think we need
You know,
to be
you know, Arteta's just going to go as Zubimendi and Rice anyway.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
the thing.
Waffles
If he's
right.
doing that, then Madueke, unfortunately, you played well, but now you have to sit because Saka is coming in and Saka's going to wear the armband.
Yeah. You know what,
Nah,
BB?
Madueke
you know
is
what?
I suppose
Waffle.
Arteta's job is on the line, though, isn't it? Really?
No, yeah,
So,
Waffle.
you know,
Do you know why BB's right, Daniel and Waffle? Arteta always picks his favourites.
Yeah.
Well, his
And
favorites
that's why Waffle's right.
I don't think so. But anyway,
But Havertz is injured,
But
so he
no,
can't pick him.
Daniel, the only way you're right is if what I said to you and BB said at the start of the show. If Saka's
I think.
fully
No,
fit-
hold on. I think Jesus is one of his favourites, and the other night he's been in good form as well. He didn't start him; he started Gyökeres.
No. On the right,
Because
if
the
it's
game-
a choice between
You would have thought the game would suit Gyökeres more because it was a physical battle against a Brentford side. you know?
but Daniel, on the choice between Madueke and Saka, which Daniel opened the show with, I think what BB was saying as well is that if Saka's not 100% fit,
That's
Madueke's on fire. But then again, do you remember when Madueke's been on fire in that European game? His reward was to get dropped for 4 games. So you never know, do you?
Yeah, it was against Bruges, isn't it? It's tough,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's tough. But look, listen, let's get some scoreline predictions, and then we'll.
No,
wrap up
wait. Who's
the
your
day.
number 9?
I was
Who's your
signed
number
by
9?
George Graham from Wimbledon in 1987. Positive Dan.
Nigel Winterburn.
Oh, flipping hell. What's wrong with you,
Yeah.
James?
Don't mess with the Greek god.
The Fantastic
You got
Four.
to give him the players
Unreal.
that
Yeah.
you've never heard of. Those are the ones, man.
Big up to Nigel, man.
Wait. What's your front 3? Number 9 and left wing.
I'm going
Gyökeres.
Martinelli, Gyökeres, and Madueke.
Yeah.
Positive, Dan.
I'd go Jesus, Saka, and Martinelli.
Hey,
Jesus.
Going Trossard, Gyökeres, Madueke.
sorry, Trossard,
But
Trossard,
Jesus.
no,
Yeah,
Gyökeres
no,
and Nunny.
yeah, same as BB, and that's SJ.
Yeah, same as BBK. Trossard,
Waffle,
Gyökeres, and Noni.
yeah,
yeah, same as
and Waffle, yeah.
Guys, what about Martinelli? Just quickly, just want to just big him up, man. Obviously, equaling Ian's record for the most goals scored in one season in cup competitions for Arsenal. I
Oh,
think
did he?
Martinelli has quietly this season gone up a bit under the radar. I think he's
He
had some
scored
really
in
good
5.
moments.
Yeah, he scored
Well,
5.
Martinelli's gone up in my books, I'll be honest.
Mm,
Yes.
for sure.
I
It
put him
just-
in my
you-
dream team, Dan. That says a lot.
there you go then.
He
Yeah, and
made
look,
another record, Daniel, he scored in 5 consecutive Champions League games.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
The
So listen,
problem
he's
is
only
he
got one
has
goal in the
Premier
league.
League goal. That's the problem. He only has
He's
one
only,
Premier
he
League.
only has one in the Premier League, but he's been doing well in all the other competitions. But he has come on and affected games. He came on against Leeds and was brilliant. He came on against Sunderland, was brilliant. He was good against Wigan the other day. Obviously, if he scores that chance against Brentford, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I would like to see him start against Wolves, personally.
All right, let's do predictions then. I'm going for a 2-1.
I'll say 2-0. I think win 2-0.
4-0 Arsenal.
Ross Clark.
Goal difference.
Okay.
It's a goal difference game.
Yeah.
First versus
Goal
worst.
difference. Oh
4-0.
yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
And I'm going for a Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, 5-0.
Appreciate you doing me up there. You see what Man City was trying to do to Fulham. That's what we need to do to these men.
Yeah, exactly, BB.
I'm going 3-0.
You're
And
correct,
Waffle?
Grace.
8-0.
Hey, come on!
Hey, stop that
Go
waffle. Stop that.
Go
Now, 3-0, 3-0.
If you haven't watched Luther, guys, go and watch it yet. Yeah, Waffle stars in it, bro. Yeah.
he's a star in a lot of shows.
Mm.
And he's a, when you're gonna make can you sing, Waffle?
Oh, this guy, man.
I'm gonna
You
launch
look
you.
like you can sing.
I'm gonna launch you as the next Barry White. And when you date the women, I want to date their grandmas.
Oh my God.
All right, if anyone gets this one, then I owe them a meal and a drink. I signed from Lille in 2002, man. Don't Google it.
Gervinho. Oh, 2002. Boom.
Lee, I don't believe if you get this one, you've Googled it. I signed from Lille in 2002.
Cazzola.
Is it Laren?
Centre
Laren?
back.
Centre back. 2002.
Sigan.
Segan.
Sigan.
James. Look, James, man, what are you've got something over there that you're searching.
I didn't want to yell it out.
No,
I wasn't sure.
listen, youngster. When you was a delinquent youth, yeah, I used to play dominoes with my Caribbean cricket teams. Yeah, that's where I get my knowledge from.
Pascal Segan. Da said him in that
All right.
meeting.
Dan, who did they used to call the horse?
Rice, Declan Rice.
No, who did we used to call the horse?
Yeah.
Hillier or something like that.
Who?
Hillier or something. What's his name again?
No.
Hilda. What's his name?
He was a right back.
The horse.
Pat Rice. Pat Rice.
No. I'm
I
trying
thought
to
it
think where
was
he's
Hillier.
from. Is he
Lee
Ukrainian?
Dixon. Lee Dixon.
Is he Ukrainian?
Lee Dixon.
No.
Oh, Luzhny.
There we go. Waffle's got it.
All right.
Oleg Lushny.
Oleg Luzhny, mate.
Oh God.
There we go. Look. Oleg Luzhny, the horse, mate. Gallop him.
Who's been your just a quick question, to the panel, who's been so far your favorite player this season so far that you've kind of like
Timber.
you know what?
Timber for me.
Who?
Timber. Yuri and Timber for me.
The modern day Tony Adams. Gabriel Magalhaes.
Yes, for me, Gabriel's my favorite player. Let's put that out there.
Yeah.
Would have been him, but it has to be Declan Rice for me this season.
Declan Rice. Yeah, all those ones are good shots, but it's only because Trossard fell off over the last few games why he ain't got it, but Trossard was on fire, man.
We've played 26 Premier League games, and the other day Timber wasn't up to his level, and everyone was like, so 1 in 26, one bad game in 26, and everyone was like, oh shit, he's human. That's what I'm saying. That's
Timber has been out of this world, you have to say. I mean, he's even chipped in with
But
goals.
there's only one thing.
That's right. Back in the league.
BB, there's only one thing. See what guys think. There's only one thing missing from his game that Ben White's got: the overlap and cross. Would you agree?
Fair shout.
Yeah.
Fair shout.
But you know
if
what?
Gabriel didn't get injured, it would have been him, definitely.
Yeah.
The thing is, the reason why I love Timber is like whatever winger we're going up against in world football, on our right side, I have no fear. I think
Yeah,
we're good over
Do
there.
you
Good
know
analytics.
what?
Facts.
I'll tell you how highly I rate Timber. Johan Cruyff's total Dutch football, which he started at Barcelona and then dominated all these managers we see now. That Timber could play any position. He's a total Dutch footballer.
He's a bulldog, bro. He has so much fight in him.
Yeah.
I love that kid. Love it. Love it.
This for you, BBK, because I love Timber as well. But Timber or Laren? Tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll go Lauren. In about 5 years, I should be able to change that to Timber. Like,
You know, it's difficult.
Respect
That
him.
haircut he used to have with bare lines. Remember that haircut he used to have?
Yeah, come on, bro. He used to
What was
thinking
that?
penalties against Spurs and that. Yeah,
No, but you know
Tyrell,
what?
bro. Sorry, bro. That's the one game. It would have been too
Hey,
much. I had to lose everyone else to
respect
get
to
myself.
Tyrell. Respect to
If I
Tyrell.
was going to miss one game, that was going to be it. Yeah, I actually enjoyed watching a game indoors for once, to be fair.
Everyone should go and subscribe to Tyrell's channel. He's
Big up Tyrell.
20-year-old youngster. He's got a mature head
big
on
up
him.
Tyrell.
Yeah, he's a top classy young man.
My guy, each and every time. But yeah,
You need
guys,
to
I've
get him
got
on here,
shit.
man. You need to get him on the show, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's been on before, man.
Yeah.
We're going to get him on soon, man. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I do definitely remember that. Lee was probably in one of the same pubs as you as well at the time. I remember
Hey,
that
Lee,
very, very
what,
vividly.
does he come to the games? You got to introduce me to Lee, you know?
Lee's the man, bro. Lee's the man. I'm sure. I think you might have met him once before, Dan. And bro, I think we see him in the pub the other day. Actually, I introduced you to him.
Yeah.
I definitely did. Yeah, you definitely saw him the other day. He always just appears out of nowhere, bro. He's always there. He's a good guy, man.
Yeah, he knows his stuff still.
Yeah, no, he's proper. He is.
Can I ask you questions? Waffle, when's your next show?
Yeah, I mean, in fact, everyone. Let's go through everyone and let us
Yeah.
know when you're next streaming on your channel and all of that. And make sure. Look, there's only I think 16 people right now. But if you are watching, if you're gonna watch it on the replay, go and subscribe to these guys.
Yeah.
You got. I'll let you guys start off
Oh,
with BBK.
wait. Quick thing to Waffle. That show that you did with that doctor, that American dude, and he spoke about the history of Arteta. I'm going to go. I saw a brief couple of minutes. Can you tell the panel, because that sounds amazing, right? What you did on that content. What is the name of that show that you done? You had two guys on there with you, some American white guy, and he's talking about
Dr. Butts
and Craig.
What was that? What was that called?
Now that we was talking about Eze, innit?
You spoke about Arteta. He spoke about how Arteta was affected psychologically.
Yeah,
trauma.
That
told
one,
you, Dan, look.
The Eze, Arteta,
Okay.
Eze.
Yeah.
My
Just go to
guy.
the channel, people. You'll see it in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like to promote my channel, man. Just if you want to check
That's
it
what
out.
I do for you.
Promote the channel off, man.
I'm gonna.
Listen,
I'm your CEO.
I'm running hotspots right now, bro. Yeah. I'm
promoting your channel, your Barry White career, and your Earl James talkover career as well.
You've got to be my manager, James. Yeah.
Yeah, you are the man. You are the man. I am your disciple.
Oh my days.
But yeah, guys, go check out everyone at BBK Sports, Waffle Don, SJ. So my eyes are bad, bro. SJ.
Yeah.
I can't even read it, bro.
AJVBS.
Yeah.
AGVBS.
Yeah.
That's not your channel name, though, is it, SJ? What's the channel name, SJ?
A Gooners View from Block 5, but that's the app thing. The AGBB5 is what you type into Google. Or
I'll do that as well.
Yeah.
And BB, quick question. Now the Super Bowl. BB, now the Super Bowl's been done with, do you still cover American sports?
Yes,
like the draft and all that?
Cover it all, my friend. Yeah, it's I do a show called Around the Leagues, where I go around all the leagues, all of Europe, the NFL, the NBA, and all the leagues.
What day?
I'm gonna start doing it on Tuesdays now. I'm gonna some reshuffling going on. But
Hey, English time.
James, tell me about your caps.
About my
Tell him about your caps. Tell BBK about your caps.
What do you mean my caps? I've had my t-shirts with negative, Dan. Oh, you mean like my Malcolm X and all that?
Yeah, your New York caps and all that, man. Your American
I've got
caps.
those. Yeah, do you know what? My old dad, the Greek Cypriot man, right? When he passed away, I had to clean out his house, right? And this guy, after the stuff I found, he had a 2-pack. He had that Thug Life beer opener. He had a Thug Life t-shirt, 2-pack. He's Greek Cypriot. He couldn't even speak English. Come from the farms in Cyprus, right? He had all these baseball caps, like he was in NWA. Unbelievable, man. But that was his period, you see. But listen, we are all brothers. We're all multicultural, yeah? And don't start me off. You're trying to get your own back at your waffle.
And guys, we will be back Wednesday after the Arsenal game. We will be streaming, guys. So get your notifications turned on. Try and support us.
Yeah.
We'll be here. Hopefully in good moods. Hopefully gone 7 points clear. So make sure you tune in for that. And yeah, thank you for everyone who's watched, who's tuned in, who's dropped a message. Thank you to BBK for coming on. Thank you to James, to SJ, to Waffle. We appreciate it, man. And we'll catch up with you guys all soon. Let's fucking go and win the Premier League. Vamos!
Yeah. Vamos.
11 games to go. 12 games to go.